Welcome to LoganRobo's channel, broadcasting live on twitch.tv/LoganRobo and on youtube.com/LoganRobo. Tonight's game is Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. Here in Zodiac Plaza, if you toss a body into the water fountain, you can make a wish. Just please don't wish for not getting caught for throwing a body into the water fountain. Wow, I messed up the wording on that one. Thank you for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo and youtube.com/LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream. And we are live! How is everybody doing? I see that Oak is here with a lurk, says, hey, Longa, I'm streaming with Nora right now, but we'll hopefully raid in not too long. I hope so. I have a feeling it might be a while before we see Oak and Nora in here. Because it looks like Nora is starting the Heaven dungeon in Persona 4 and is hoping to do the whole thing in a single stream. It was on floor 2 when I popped in there about 20 minutes ago to a half hour ago. And so it may be another long stream. We will see. Queen Katie says, howdy, I have news. I finally got ahead of Logan in case 3. Oh, awesome. So you know all the stuff's happening, said by like one checkpoint. But I have name facts now for tonight. Wait, okay, so that seems to imply that we are either going to be meeting new characters tonight or that there will be new things about characters that we can know the name facts for that would have been spoilers last time. But either way, I'm looking forward to Atlantic saying, hey, how you doing, Atlantic? Good to see you here. I'm not going to count this, by the way, as catching up to chat. This whole week has been, like, surprisingly sleepy. I'm going to assume that it's just spring break. And in springtime, people have better things to do than hang out here in front of a computer. Like me, like the thing that I am doing. But let's go ahead and load it up. But Oak, Queen Katie, Atlantic, how are all of you? Hope your weekend's all going well. Let's load up the game where we left off. So last time we did get a pretty significant cliffhanger. Oh, I like how it even says here at the middle, a body appears. Crap, was always saying that for all the saves this entire section? If so, I'm glad I didn't notice it. But as it suggests, a body did appear. We found a body in the fountain, which looks like Artie Frost, who died 18 years ago, so it can't be Artie Frost, because he'd be all decomposed. Even if he's just a skeleton, that hair would not be nearly as luxurious. So it could be a couple things. I've been fairly certain the entire time that the murderer is Bound, Judy Bound. Everything just makes sense for her. From her little stamp thing, the PH stamp, which corresponds to the type of tableware that she likes, the fact that she would have been able to have access, have the cart to move things around. It makes sense that it's her. However, I was thinking about this, and the past two cases were really good at making you think, oh, it's definitely this person. It's definitely Tabby Lloyd. It's definitely Body Harm Mechanus, and then pulled the rug out from under you. So actually, maybe it's not her. Maybe she's the body, because she's got brown hair. But if she's the murderer, then the only people would either be Delicia Scone or Gusto. Gusto is passed out. So the question would be why he would poison himself, or like maybe accidental, because he is a bit of a klutz. But so I don't know. I'm hoping that we'll also be able to travel back in time and check out some more stuff with Gregory Edgeworth. Or maybe that was just the end of it. It was like, oh, okay, the evidence in Frost's room is gone. But okay, so this is where we are. We just discovered another body. To be fair, Kay found the body. We should give her points. Opinions over on YouTube saying, hello? I still haven't recovered from the Tomodachi Life trailer. That's good then. If you're like so overwhelmed with thoughts and feelings for it, said, oh crap, I didn't remember the body would get found so soon after I left the stream. Yeah, it was like the last thing we saw. We could have kept going, but it felt like a really good cliffhanger. I almost ended right before this, but then someone, I think it was Beowulf, was like, Logan, keep playing a little bit. So we found a body. Oh wait, crap, was Eustace with us? Oh, I feel bad. He's just a silly little guy. He's not supposed to be about it. Yeah, It's... Wait, what voice did I even give him? Oh, yeah, this one. It's a body. Ooh, yucky, ew, icky. What on earth? Oh, we all are here. Even Larry's the only one that looks not freaked out. He's just like, another body. I've seen so many of these. I kinda got desensitized. Whereas Delicious Scone seems delighted by it. Order in the court. Somebody call forensics. Oh, also, I see Vero's here. Sit here, but lurking. Thank you very much for the lurk, Vero. Are you drawing? Are you doing more art, Vero? At some point, when we do get more people here, when more people filter in, I want to show you some stuff. I'm nothing really major, but I did try. I went to that gaming con that was yesterday in the afternoon. It was fun. It was delightful. Quickity says, yeah, the next page is insane. Not saying what, but I kept being thrown many details up from me from the game, so I'm glad I know in advance now before you do. Thank you. Well, let's proceed cautiously toward the insanity then. Hey, Gumshoe, I'm here too. I came running when I heard there was a body. Bad news, sir. Real bad news. There's a dead person in the fountain. Order. I will have order, detective. Hey, the ice sculptures in the window wing. Oh, did they melt? Okay, two things. First of all, if they melted again just like they did 18 years ago, so then there'd have to be some important evidence with that. Second of all, what is this stain on the ground over here? I'm guessing it's gonna be a smashed teacup and that those are like chunks of the teacup and that's tea. But that looks like a puke stain. Like it's got like chunks, like some of these are pieces of corn and stuff. That's gross. Oh, that's so much more shocking than the dead body. They've all melted! Huh?
Sorry, I threw up.
Vero. You know, I'm not mad at you for throwing up. You do know if you throw up, you're supposed to clean up after your throw up. Get a little paper towel and like dab it up or something like that. Vero! But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Oh, and Quick Gator said, it felt like the game realized, oh crap, the player still needs to solve the case. Quick, toss him a bunch of random things at them. Again, I felt so good about assuming it was duty bound. But we're not far enough into the chapter. And unless it's gonna be one of those things where, yes, we know for a long time it's her and we just have a real hard time proving it, then it can't be her. So I do wonder, maybe that body is Judy bound. Quick says, it was me. I was like, good Logan, you would like this cliffhanger. Please do more. Okay, well, there we go. And it was a good cliffhanger to end the stream on. Oh, let's keep playing. They've all melted. What? Dead? Huh? Was I supposed to say you? Was that the next word? What did? Huh? Say! Oh, he was supposed to say you. What did, say? Eustace, I'm sorry, you can't yes and, bro. You gotta go with the flow. Feel the vibe of the room. It's a dead body. We all gotta be on the same page, bro. What is the meaning of this? Now we have 2 victims? Wait, where is the body, by the way? I wanna see who it is. Is it Judy bound? Was I wrong? Eesh, talk about deja vu. It's just like 18 years ago. Even the ice is melted again. Again? This is like some weird rerun. Same people, same everything. I mean, it even looks like the same victim, but again, it can't be already bound. He'd be decomposed by now. I said it before and I'll say it again. This is no coinky dink. Here with me, right, Miles Areno? I mean, unless Fender's the murderer, he's also a common thread from the past and the present. I am. And I think the answers lie in the IS-7 incident itself. Oh, are we gonna ask Fender to tell us more? To regale us with more tales of the past of Gregory Edgeworth? In fact, I'm convinced of it. Great minds think alike. Alrighty then. Time for another trip down memory lane. Doodaloo, 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 to be continued. Yeah, all right, wow. So much progress to save in 10 minutes. We'll say,
Unless there was no crime back then, it's just a prank Von Karma pulled.
Oh, Manfred Von Karma, he is known for his pranks. Remember that one time we're like at the police station and he decided to tase us? What a silly Billy that Manfred Von Karma is. Thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Vera was saying, yep, arting. Are you doing more Transformers art? Adron, another Megatron, more. You were doing D16 last time, right? I still can't believe the IS-7 incident was Gregory's last case, or that it's been 18 long years since. A murder at a confectionery contest, and one of the participants, no less, Artie Frost. Okay, and maybe it was too obvious that this stamp belonged to Judy Bound, and it was planted here. Maybe it was planted by Manfred. I don't know. He always plants evidence. Because everyone in the game was acting kind of dumb. Oh, we don't know what pH is, but it was obvious to the player, right? So yeah, maybe it's not Judy Bound. Maybe I was fooled. I was bamboozled by a Manfred. See, Queen Katie said, oh, I was gonna say whose dog came in and marked their spot. Well, a dog would probably be better, because dogs, I don't even know this, they'll like lick up their vomit. It's gross, but they'll do it. Vera said, it's carpet. I can't clean it that easy. That's why you gotta like, just dab it. Or like get a ShamWow. I bet if you just like set a ShamWow on it, it would absorb everything, corn and all. Over on YouTube, opinion saying, Eustace ruining the bit is one of the funniest things in the game. I love them so much. No, that was great. I really love that. I am enjoying Eustace. Not necessarily as much as some rival characters. I guess it depends on what you define as a rival character, because I still really loved Fulbright. I guess he was more the detective character. Yeah, because Blackwell's the rival in that one. But I am enjoying Eustace a lot. Opinion says, kind of reminds me of the Are You High? It's really up there on the air from Trials and Tribulations. The problem is it's been so many years since I played Trials and Tribulations, I don't even remember that part. I hate to ask, but would you be able to refresh my memory on that part? So, okay, let's play a little bit more of the game here then. A murder at a confectionery contest, and of one of the participants, no less, Artie Frost. They pulled his body out of a treasure chest that was part of Samson Tangaroa's chocolate tableau. He'd been hit in the head with a large rock salt lamp, and subsequently bled to death. We found the lamp hidden inside the candy castle Delicia Scone had made for the contest. But then, before anyone had the chance to investigate Mr. Frost's own room, all of his icy creations had melted clean away. I mean, at least we got a photo of it, though, so we do have that so we can look at the picture. 18 years ago. December 24th. That's right. It's almost Christmas. That means it's Christmas. 9:05 p.m. contest venue, fountain room. See, there's just flowers in the fountain now. That's so much better than dead bodies. Let's see. Quickita said, I already read that. I gotta scroll a little bit. Quickita said, welcome to page 5 of the guide. We're halfway through, yay. This case seems to be going a lot smoother than last case. I am hopeful, even though you guys made it sound like it was gonna be really long. And Vera says, still do a D16, nice. Quickita said, oh, right, I forgot. More fan translation nicknames from Scone. Oh, now that I finally advanced ahead of Logan. Okay, yeah, because we heard some last time, so we got Bestie, yeah. Because actually, Vera, did you get some of them last time while Queen Katie was indisposed? So yeah, we got Bestie from Winner into Best, and Miley for Miles. Unsure if Verity Justine had one. Odds are I probably skipped over it by mistake. I don't know if she did it. I mean, the two of them came in together. I can't remember if she... I think she might have, but I don't really remember. An opinion over on YouTube has an explanation that said in reaction to Larry's drawings, the final line by the judge, oh, that's right, are you? And then the judge said, hi, he's really high up. Yes. And the judge was, oh, I love Judge. I hope he makes a cameo in this game. Said, I think the text goes automatically, so it's not uncommon for people to miss the joke. I get it now. Thank you. No, I do remember that. Yes. Thank you. All of Mr. Frost's work destroyed. Mr. Von Karma wasn't very happy, and he told us to get out, and in no uncertain terms. So what do we do now, Mr. E? I can't believe he just up and kicked us out. Von Karma's a total jerk. Oh crap, I forgot we're in the past where Fender likes to eat paper. So it's such a weird tick that he has. Now, Eddie, it was always the job of the police and the prosecutor's office to investigate the scene. Yeah, but he didn't have to talk to us like that. Who cares if we're cops or attorneys? We should all be working together to find the truth. You can't assume that everybody's aims are the same as your own. You may wish to expose the truth, but others might prefer to accept things at face value. Which way of thinking is right will depend on the person. But what if somebody innocent ends up behind bars because no one managed to uncover the truth? It can happen. We're all human, police and prosecutors included. I feel like this is just setting us up to not think Gregory sucks. Because when we flash forward, the case file said that, like, Samson Tangaroa got convicted, right? And so he was obviously innocent. And unless he had a really long death row, he's dead. Like Von Karma got him killed. It's awful. And then Oak with a whole command. Oh, even though Oak isn't here very much, still reminding us of that line. Whew. An Opinion over on YouTube with a little smile. Thank you again, Opinion. I do appreciate that. Which is why defense attorneys exist. Our job is to help people in such situations to be friends to the friendless. Friends to the friendless? Now, we may not be able to investigate Mr. Frost's room as hoped, but that doesn't mean we give up. Oh, you're right, Mr. E. I'm sorry. I should have thought more before I opened my big mouth. I do like the nickname Mr. E, because obviously it's like mystery. It's even better than Mysterios in the last game. So I'm curious, Queen Katie, actually, you might not have access to this, but in the fan translation, did Fender have a different nickname for Gregory Edgeworth? Or was it also still just like Mr. E? What? Oh my gosh, is that Bamanon? Bamanon, gifting a sub to Queen Katie! Thank you so much, Bamanon! Queen Katie, I didn't even realize that wait, no, had yours expired last time? Thank you so much, Bamanon! Your generosity is always, like, never required, but always greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for gifting that sub to Queen Katie. Queen Katie, you got access to the emotes on the Hey Hey channel again, and the subscriber-only channel. I need to do more stuff in that. Oh, by the way, while I'm thinking about it, because I guess we got some people here now, I want to mention this. So I went to this gaming con the other day. Remember the one that I was invited by Squee the Killer to go see, to like have some local streamers at? Oh, hang on a second, actually knock something over. And there's a little swag bag. It has a Twitch logo. It's not made by Twitch. Don't tell Twitch Bezos, Jeff. Yeah, and it has like some little things. It has like their card and some unfortunately, it also had a hand sanitizer spray that when I got home, I opened up and realized it leaked all over. So it ruined some of the stuff. But there are a couple of things, including, check out, I don't know if this will look good on camera, check out the shades of purple on these. A Twitch stamped bright purple Sharpie. And this is a really pretty color of purple. It looks kind of bluish on my camera though, but in real life it's like purple. Just another has Twitch on it. Pen and some other little stuff like a little Twitch face mask, probably go with the theme of the hand sanitizer, and one of those little metal things you can press like buttons on that you put on your keychain. So it's neat and it's very purple. Okay, I should play some game, but I was a little bit bummed because there was like a little name tag thing in there and the hand sanitizer spilled all over it. But let's play some more of the game. Hey, you're young, Eddie. You'll learn soon enough. I will, I promise. Oh, and there's Judy Bound. She's either a murderer or murderee. Either way, she's involved in murder. Oh, and a pin message. Quickita said, okay, if in one of my saves so far, he just calls him Mr. Edgeworth, but I'll definitely let you know if that changes. Okay, thank you. Because again, I just like it. It's mystery because they solve mysteries and his name is Mystery. I don't know if that was like intentional in the Japanese or just something they added for the localization, but I like it. It's neat. It's a pun. And it's not a pun from Chairman, so I can approve of it. So thank you very much for checking. I appreciate that. Thank you. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you look like you could use a little pick-me-up. I'm afraid this is all. Okay, this is the third time they're showing us these chocolates. Everybody's passing around these chocolates. They've got to be important, right? But how? How are they important? Like, what has been done with these chocolates? It's gonna be like an Akechi Pancakes thing where after I'm gonna go like, that's... But they wouldn't keep bringing up these chocolates if they're not important, right? I'm afraid this is all I have, but please, by all means, take my chocolate, suckle my candy. Oh, whoa, you're the best, Ms. Bound. Oh, and Fender was one of the game. Do you think they're the same chocolates he got from her? Has he kept the same chocolates in his pocket for 18 years? Oh, and they're added to the court record, so there'll be evidence. Chocolates added to the court record. Tangaroa's favorite, handmade by Bound. So they could be poisoned? Rather misshapen and incredibly sweet. Odd that they'd be misshapen, because she's supposed to be like this expert confectionery, right? Is that the right word, confectionery? Huh. They probably melted a bit, maybe. Thank you. A little sugar boost might actually help, although these are a little too sweet for my liking. And a little uniquely shaped. Okay, so they're drawing attention to it. So it's gonna be that they were either left somewhere that the temperature was high enough to like slightly melt chocolate, or that they were in her pocket or something like that. I'm sorry if they're not to your taste. No way, they're great. Oh, great, they're so sweet. You're very kind. Imagine me, of all people, a mediocre confectioner. Oh, what? Oh, you mean you made these yourself? Yes, Samson loves chocolate, so I had to learn. Keeping him supplied with his favorite treats is just one of my many duties. Duties. Although he does spend most of the time coaching me on how to improve my technique. Okay, so maybe is her job in the show just as a dancer? I gotta read some more chat. I know I haven't been that far behind, but I already miss you guys. Magpie is here! Saying, hello, Magpie here. So Justine was probably Justy, and that sounds like her, to be honest. That's fair, that does work. They don't all need to be elaborate nicknames, but how you doing, Magpie? Oak says, Nora and I just encountered an enemy in P4 that is somehow resistant to Almighty. I don't remember any of that, but then again, I didn't really use much Almighty in P4. Even Beowulf was confused because the entire point of Almighty is that it can't be resisted. Oh, is Beowulf over in the chat? Oak, say hi to Beowulf for me, please, with the pa-pa-pa.
Wait, Logan. Important news. They apparently had the bulletin board. Another friend told me they hung a doodle there.
Okay, so they brought it back. Okay, so for those in the chat who don't know what we're talking about, which is probably most of you because this was in the Transformers channel on Discord. So at TFCon in Los Angeles, it's held at a Marriott Hotel in Burbank, just across the street from the airport. And we were just talking about it a little bit. And one of the things I mentioned is that they usually had a bulletin board. It was like outside of the panel room. And people would like, if they weren't vendors, they could post little things like, I brought these Transformers that I'm selling. Text me at this number. I'll bring them down from my hotel room and you can buy them in the lobby if you want, stuff like that. And 2 conventions ago that I went, so that wasn't this month because I couldn't afford it, wasn't the previous, but the one before, they had to take the bulletin board down. At least I think it was 2 times ago. They had to take it down because somebody used it to advertise a sex party in their hotel room, which I don't know if you realize is not appropriate for a family-friendly convention. And so I don't know if they had put it back up last year or not because I really didn't look for it. And so we were talking about it, and I just mentioned I was curious. And Vero knows somebody who was there this year and was able to check. So thank you, Vero, for the follow-up. So do you hear that? Those sex partiers did not win. The bulletin board was resumed, but I assume they just had like a rule after that. It's like, please don't advertise gross. I mean, the advertisement didn't use the word orgy, but it suggested, it was implied, it was heavily implied. But anyway, I should play some game because this is a family-friendly stream and we should probably not be talking about that type of thing in excessive amounts. Mr. Tangaroa. Oh, it's Fender. Mr. Tangaroa sure is a lucky guy. Getting to eat homemade sweets made by the one and only Judy Bound whenever he wants. Sounds amazing. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Did you say something? Wait, was she not listening? What? Oh, no, nothing at all. Oh, he was just mumbling to himself, and he has a crush on her. Well, hang on, we established that she was 16 in this time, right? How old is Fender? He's 18. That's a 2-year difference. They could totally date. I mean, they shouldn't because she's probably a murderer or dead, and either of those things would make someone not a good dating partner. Dear sweet Eddie, you really do still have a lot to learn. It seems you're quite committed to the work you do for Mr. Tangaroa, Ms. Bound. Of course. What right would I have to stay here otherwise? So maybe she takes those chocolates and like drops them in the tea. I mean, you'd probably be able to taste chocolate in the tea, right? But like poison the chocolate, drop them in the tea. And the thing in the present was all about poison gases. So maybe she's all about poisons. And it's like something where like one ingredient's in the chocolate. So you eat the chocolate by itself, you're fine. One ingredient's in the tea, drink the tea by itself, you're fine. But you put them together, dead body. I mean, I know that Artie Frost was killed by being El Kabonged over the head. But was an autopsy report, it wasn't performed. It was just kind of obvious. Oh, look, that's what happened. And so maybe he was poisoned, but then slapped over the head. Like, well, maybe it just like knocked him out or there's something here. Something's going on. Oh, what do you mean by that? I was abandoned as a baby, and Mr. Tangaroa took me in. Oh! So that means if she did kill him, then she killed her adopted dad. That's right, one snowy Christmas Eve, or as Larry would say, Christmas, many years ago. He found me on the steps of this very mansion. He saved my life and became the father I never had. I never can repay him. So my work for him is the least I can do, and I'll be here for him as long as he needs me. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard! I must be getting old. I'm welling up a little myself. Oh, pull my hat down. Why is it raining inside this room? And to think today is Christmas Eve, and I can't even give him his present in person. I'd do anything to save him, anything. Please, if there's something I can do to help, just say it. We're very grateful, Miss Bound. Perhaps you could help us by answering a question. Did you know the victim? First, I keep forgetting that the victim is a different guy. Oh, there's a pin message. Written, oh, Brian! Can we do a shout out for Classic Brian? Vera, would that be okay? If we do a quick little shout out for Classic Brian. Says, sorry, I was sleeping, but then had a sixth sense about someone talking about a T-Rex party with stream. Oh yeah, that's what it was, a T-Rex party. Only they didn't say T-Rex. Oh, I thought you said you were going to keep that party secret. Brian, were you the one who did the party?
You stupid oaf.
There's
They
Brian.
all turn around, staring at me blankly for a moment before their expressions turn into rage.
You just come here to die, didn't you, little man?
Gulp. You're probably wondering how I got here.
You really want us to trample over your head that badly? Well, I suppose we can accommodate you.
The goblin boss says.
The Goblin Boss was played by Winnie the Pooh, in case you guys didn't catch that there. Brian, how you doing? Said something about you wanting only Robos at the party. Oh, because it was the Transformers convention. That's why, Brian. But thank you for being here. How are you doing, Brian? We need to get back to doing improv this upcoming month. It doesn't look like Clam has put out a call for availability, so I just posted it in a reply to something else he said on the group page. And over on YouTube, Opinion is saying, it's her dad, with little hearts, heart. I mean, people have killed their family members before. In fact, isn't that a whole thing that whenever somebody dies, it's more likely somebody you know, and so it's more likely to be like a family member than a stranger? I don't know, but let me read a couple more comments in the chat, because I am behind. Let's see, there's where Quickity got gifted her sub. Vera goes, Batman on! Quickity says, I could check to see if I have a save in the past. And it says, oh yay, thank you, Batman! Vera said, Logan, your curse of turning purple into blue. I know, I think it's even though the color balance, whatever, in this room is better now, ever since I painted the walls kind of an off-white instead of yellow, it's still a bit weird. I mean, I just wish you could be here in person, because this is actually like a really, really pretty purple. But again, it just looks blue on camera. And so I don't know what's going on with that. Let's see, and Vera says, if you show Skywarp, will he look blue? Let's find out. I always have a Skywarp within arm's reach. Here he is. That looks much more blue than purple. That is very sad, because he's also, I mean, he's more of a lavender, this figure is, to be totally honest. But yes, Vero, I always try to have Skywarp within arm's reach, because he's one of my favorites. But I should probably play some more game before lurkers start to leave. It's why is he just talking about purple? He should play the game. There's Gregory Mother effing Edgeworth here. Perhaps you could help us by answering a question. Did you know the victim? Not very well, I'm afraid. Oh, but if you wanted to see more of his work, I have a picture of the sculptures he made for the final. Oh, so this is how we were able to replicate them in the present. With the
What do you mean, Skywalk? That's clearly Thundercracker.
Okay, well, you're trying to think because blue, except if you remember, Thundercracker doesn't have any of this black on him. Thundercracker is all blue and gray. Thundercracker don't have no black. And this is Skywarp. Come on, it's Skywarp. I love you, Skywarp. I do have a Thundercracker within arm's reach, Vero. This Thundercracker. This glorious, gloriously colored Thundercracker. Oh, how could you ever confuse those, Vero? My, they're stunning. Okay, so we have all these tools here before, which we did see. They were in the background on the table. I remember the picture of Edgeworth and Gregory Edgeworth and Manfred walking into the room. But, I mean, these look just like the other pictures before. I think in the present, because we can't access Miles Edgeworth's organizer right now, but I think Taurus had like a sheet over him or something. But yeah, so we got the twins of Gemini, we got Taurus the bull, and then just tools. But there's like a cart over here. It's like a pallet moving thing. So maybe that's important? Aren't they? I think they're masterpieces. Who would have thought you could make such intricate statues out of flavored eyes? Samson adored them too. Oh hey, that's Taurus and Gemini, right? I didn't know you were keen on constellations and the zodiac, Eddie. Oh, I love it. The stories those stars can tell. Take Gemini, for example. See the lyre? That's what the harp is called. And the arrow and the... Oh, hold up. Wait. The lyre doesn't have any strings. Oh. Did Mr. Frost forget to add them, maybe? It's probably really hard to get, like, thin strings. Maybe they broke. That doesn't sound like something he'd forget to do. Okay, so that's a clue. I wish we could like look at the picture in the present to see if there were strings then, because I don't remember. Wait, really? But I thought you just said you didn't know him very well. Well, no, I'm not knowing well enough to murder him, if that is what you're saying. He didn't seem like the type. It seems she's got something to hide too. You took this photograph yourself, Miss Bound? Yes, I used this instant camera here. It develops the pictures as soon as you take them. It's so useful. Oh, I'd love to see it in action. Then why don't I take your picture? Oh, yes. Oh, come on, Mr. Rio. Let's get a shot of the both of us. Well, all right, then. It would be a shame to waste a good hair day. Dude, you're wearing a hat. It's a good hat day. Oh, I hope. Oh, please, game. Because did we see a picture at the beginning of this of Fender and Gregory Edgeworth? I can't remember. I think we did. I hope it's. I kind of vaguely remember, but I know that Fender took a picture of him and Miles Edgeworth. I hope they like parallel and they just match up. And so at some point, I want like a crossfade between the two pictures. And so it's like here's this one, and then boom, now it's this one. Ready? Say cheese. Oh, we don't get to see it. Darn it. Or maybe we need to wait for it to develop. They're all done, and the picture's yours to keep, Mr. Fender. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh, that's such a cool camera. Oh. Well, it's the only one we've got, so use it for all our picture taking needs. It's very convenient, but the lack of negatives is something of a shame. So there aren't any negatives for us to reference, huh? I assume Mr. Tangaroa used the same camera during the contest? Yes, you assume correctly. And I assume, I'm gonna read a couple more comments to chat because I'm getting behind again. Let's see, Quiggy said, okay, one of my saves so far, oh, that was pinned really calls Mr. Edgeworth, but I'll definitely let you know if it changes. Please do, thank you. Vera with the lurk, getting snacks. Nice, Vera, I hope they're good snacks. I hope they're chocolates that are not poisoned or misshapen. And I hope you bring enough for all of us, because I could use some snacks. Magpie says, am good, nothing eventful, but I'm good. You know, sometimes that's good in and of itself. You know, it doesn't always need to be event. Why is this like, I glance at my camera, my shirt is doing a weird thing there. There we go. But yeah, I'm glad that you're doing well. Quiggetta said captions, bulletin board, bulletin. I need to say all the syllables, huh? With the
Something I love about Gregory is he has this unexplainable small hair swoosh in the back of his head. Miles too. I wonder if it's hereditary.
I mean, it might be like a cowlick or something, because I have cowlicks where the hair wants to go in a certain direction. I'll try to remember to watch it for the next time he takes off his hat to do a bow, but we don't know if he's going to do that. So thank you very much for the heads up on that. I will try to keep an eye on that. Thank you for the 10 bits as well, Vero. Your keen eye for manly hair. Yes, you assume correctly. He used it for some work in progress pictures of his seascape. And later, to take some photos of the other contestants' works. Oh, but didn't you take a picture of the body when you discovered it? And didn't you discover the body while the judging was still underway? Oh, because there's only one camera! So why did she have it? Ah, yes. Samson wanted pictures of all the entrance completed rooms, but the film ran out just as he finished photographing Mr. Gusto's work. So he asked me to go to put in a new cartridge. Well, if they're showing it in a black and white flashback, then this must be accurate, right? He seemed to think that there should have been some more shots left than there were. Okay, so that's gonna be important that more pictures were taken than he realized. In other words, the film ran out sooner than expected. So that might have been part of her plan, that maybe she snuck the camera, snapped a couple of pictures, which you'd never know because there's no negatives in a Polaroid camera. And then they're just gone. And okay, yeah. So everything is still pointing to her as the murderer, but it seems too obvious for this early in the case. Plus, that might have been her body face down in the fountain because she has brown hair. Yes, the number of shots he took didn't line up with the number of shots remaining. I hope the body in the fountain was maybe Gusto and just had a wig on or dyed hair or something. But he thought maybe he just lost track somewhere along the way. But had he really, though? I went to our living area to change the film and was passing through the fountain room on my way back when I heard the sound of something break and collapse in Samson's room. Oh, it was the sound of chocolate on the dead body. I know it so well. Samson, are you in here? Ah! Mr. Frost's body was just lying there. That is what bodies usually do. They just lie that they are no longer animate. So you cannot expect them to be doing much else. I mean, sometimes sitting there, rarely standing there, usually just lying there. I was in total shock. It was all too much. But I remember I called the police, and then I went to tell everybody else. And the camera, it's been with me ever since. I see. I'd be grateful if you could lend us the camera and this picture, Miss Bound. Of course. Here you can't see anything. It is in my hand. Just pretend. It is an all-purpose sprite. Just pretend it is there. Thank. So are we talking about the one little piece of hair that kind of goes up like that? Okay, my camera's in the way, so I gotta figure out if, what Vera was talking about. Vera, you still here? Let me take my camera down for a second. Oh, when you say the swoosh, do you mean like this one strand of hair right here? Or do you mean the fact that like his hair goes straight back there? Because we got this little part that's like that. I think it's just because it's like shorter right here. And so it reaches a point where his head kind of wraps around, the skull curves, and the hair is like, I'm not long enough to curve, so I'll just stick out here. And Vera with the pin message, the little hair. So it's the little hair, yeah. It's just because I'm just not big enough to curl. Oh, if he grew my hair out, then I'd follow the rest of the hairs. Because I like to give in to peer pressure from my fellow hairs. That is my assumption, anyway. And I think that right as I'm doing that stupid voice, I glance over and I see the number of concurrent viewers on YouTube tick down by 1. I'd like to think that stupid hair thing just chased somebody away. And Quick Kitty says, yeah, Miles has that too. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for him. I still in the Edgeworth Investigations 1 logo in the silhouette with him, his neck frill, because he's turning the opposite direction, still looks like a ponytail to me. Anyway, let's keep going. Thank you. Instant camera added to the court record takes photos that develop instantly. A new film cartridge has 20 exposures, but there are only 3 remaining. It'd be great if the game would let us have to choose which pictures to take. Mr. Frost's room added to the court record. A photo of Frost sculptures taken by Judy Bound. Oh, what's that? Oh, I forgot. We got Detective Bad. Oh, and over on YouTube, Opinion is saying, why does his hair talk like Mickey Mouse? What are you talking? Opinion, doesn't your hair talk like Mickey Mouse? Opinion, everybody's hair talks like Mickey Mouse. If yours doesn't, then you're the only one. You're the odd one out. My hair talks like Mickey Mouse. Hi there, I'm Logan's hair. See, that was the hair. That wasn't me. Don't believe me, watch. You won't be able to see my mouth move. I'm Logan's hair. Yeah, you couldn't see my mouth move, not because I was covering it, it was out of frame, but because it was coming from my hair. So that is entirely on the fault of your follicles. Their opinion, if yours does not sound like Mickey Mouse. I should read a couple more comments in the chat though. Let's see. Quick Kitty says, I ship those two so much. Oh, you mean Judy Bound and Eddie Fender? I mean, they'd be a cute couple if she wasn't either a murderer or dead. Said, not gonna lie, this whole time I thought the ages were flipped. I thought Judy was the older one. Well, probably because like, maybe it's because she has more of a proper posture and she has like a respectable job, whereas he's just, yeah, okay, Fender does seem like a teenage sidekick. And I guess 18 is still a teenager because 18, but he's acting more like a young kid. So I could see that. Vera said, they're cute. And there's where Brian came in. Brian, it's like, I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for being here. Let's see, Queen Kid said, her English name is a play on the phrase duty bound, nodding to her personal obligation to see Tangaroa freed. But also, Magpie called me out on this privately, lol, but I was being sneaky back then. Her Japanese name isn't referring to her catering Greg and Eddie. So let me give you the real Japanese name fact. Okay, we get a real trivia here. Her Japanese name is Tsukasa Oyashiki. I hope I'm saying that right. Her full name in Japanese is a play on the phrase Oyashiki o Tsukasoduru, which means to manage the residence. The kanji Yashiki in her surname means resident or mansion. Explained in-game as Tangaroa's naming her after where he found her, but also maybe a play on okashi, which means sweet or candy, by itself means blanket or tablecloth. And there was a sheet wrapped over Artie Frost's body like a blanket, and her little cart has a tablecloth. So okay, so it was a resident or mansion because she was found at the mansion. That's neat. It's like naming the baby after where you found the baby. So it's like if the baby was on the steps to the firehouse, the last name is Firehouse, which would be kind of a boss last name, to be totally honest. Let's see, Brian says, I'm all right to start streaming again, but it's nothing exciting yet. I'm usually only free after midnight to stream. I'll have to keep an eye out for those streams. I don't think I've caught any of those recently, but okay, let's play a little bit more of the game. Detective Bad, Miss Scone, are they done investigating? They're done with me, that's for certain. The big meanie told me to clear off. Honestly, that mannequins will be the end of me. Oh, the cheek of him. Oh, why am I attracted to him so much? Guess he got tired of people cluttering up his crime scene. No, he chased them out so he could plant evidence. That is literally Manfred von Karma's entire MO. Did he run you off too, Detective Bad?
Yeah, Von Karma seems to think I'm a nuisance. I can't do things his way with me around.
Why would Mr. Von Karma go so far as to exclude his own lead detective? 'Cause he's planting evidence.
Still got a pretty good look at the scene. As for Gusto, oh, I sure hope he doesn't get poisoned in 18 years. He's enjoying a nice little chat right now in Frost's room.
What about?
About the fact that Miss Bound said she saw him going in there during the contest.
So he went in there 18 years ago as well. Wait, no, but he went into the autumn wing. Hey, hang on. I gotta check the court record here. I want to see what the if the layout is different. Do we have a layout of where all the rooms are this time? We don't. Crap. So I don't know. I can't remember where the winter and autumn wing were this time. Unless it's on the rules page. No, not a second. Okay, we'll figure that out soon. Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room. That's right. And I have to say, he looked very much like he didn't want to be seen. I don't know what he could have been up to.
Well, he's candidate number one at the moment as the guy who melted Frost's work.
But is that really why Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room? Okay, so maybe he was just also like Scone, a cheater McCheaterson, and wanted to win by sabotaging everybody else. Like she wanted to win by doing fake stuff. He wanted to win by sabotaging other people. But why in the present would he do it again? And he went into a different room to try and melt the stuff that was glass instead of ice. I am getting more and more confused by the moment with all of this stuff. But let me have a sip of water, and then we'll just keep going. Ah, good old water. Some hydrogen and oxygen.
Got a photo of the room right here if you need it. It's all yours.
Oh, wait. Oh, there would be a before and after photo. So we'll have a photo before the stuff melted and then after and see if anything else changed. Oh, wait, why would you just give it to us?
Do I gotta spell it out for you, kid? I'm offering to help you guys. I want the truth about this case to come out. Oh, I know that truth has been in that closet for a long time. Feeling intense attraction toward truths of the same sex. But I want to help support that truth.
Detective! Really, Detective Bad? Mr. Von Karma won't be happy about this.
I know! He wants everybody to stay in the closet. But I dream of a day when lawyers and prosecutors could just flirt in front of a judge. Ah! Yeah, well, I'm not Von Karma's stooge. If he's gonna stonewall my investigation, then I'm not gonna play by the book either. Can't let some pesky rules keep me from finding the truth. Yeah. Now, can I, Mr. Edgeworth? I mean, eat the candy. I've already reached my allotment. I want permission and validation from somebody else that I can cheat on my diet.
Indeed. Thank you, Detective Bad. Check out the little hair that Vero likes. It talks like Mickey Mouse. Wow, I can't believe you won him over, Mr. E.
Well, I haven't the foggiest what you're all going on about, but here's to new friends, eh?
It's definitely nice to have the good detective on our side, that's for sure. All right, let's take a look at that photograph.
Yeah.
Okay, so want to see if there's anything else different besides the melted stuff.
This is what Mr. Frost's room looks like right now.
Okay, so we got the same cart that was there. We got the same extension cords, but this one is unplugged, which is why everything probably melted before. So let's just let's compare these pictures. Yeah, because there's the extension cord. So we got the one long cable coming in here and two going one there. And we also have this, which is plugged in for the luminous cloth. What tools do we have? We got two little mini scrapey things, a big long bone saw, a little crowbar thing, and a cleaver looking thing. And so when we look at the regular thing, we got the two small scrapies, the bone saw, the crowbar, and the cleaver. Okay, so it's all those same things, all these same things. So this long cord is the one that plugged into the wall. So that's what's been yanked out. These two cords going into it are both there. And the little device for the luminous cloth is gone. But why would there have been that thing for the luminous cloth in the first place? Because that was, when Scone had that was considered cheating, right? Okay, was there anything else that I missed that would also be different between these two? I mean, obviously the sculptures. You can't really see much in the way of a lid. Maybe the orientation of these things. We got the vent on the inside and a little square on the outside. I'm just trying to get ahead of the game here. Okay, so everything else looks about the same. So what's with the shapes on the ground? Why do we have two white shapes here and a big shape here? Hang on. I want to check one other thing. This might be my imagination. Okay, maybe that is correct for that. Okay, sorry. I was confused about some stuff there for a second.
This is what Frost's room looks like right now.
Oh, yikes, there's nothing left of his flavored ice sculptures but puddles. Hey, they're flavored puddles. Go ahead and just on them. I'm sure they taste delightful. I should read a couple more comments in the chat. Quickie said, you have a purple pen? Respect. I got two. Now, I assume that this pen does not write in purple. Actually, I've not tried it out. Should I try it? Should I see if the ink is purple? I doubt it, because I do have a pen that's like this from a different company that was like orange. And hang on. Let me just grab a little scrap of paper here. We're gonna find out together if this ink is purple. And it's black. I'm sorry, Queen Katie. Said, no, keep talking purple. You're being such a charming streamer. Brian said, oh man, is he not talking about purple anymore? I'm out. Veer said, don't show that. Gosh. Oh, the Thundercracker is too glorious for your eyeballs. Quickie said, so this quote in the fan translation, sure, I don't mind. I'm confident in my hairstyle today. Oh, instead of like good hair. I just think it's funny that he's wearing a hat. Okay, we'll have to see. If we do see the photo, we have to check and see if he's taking his hat off. But like, regardless, even if you get up in the morning, you're like, oh man, my hair looks good today. Well, time to put my hat on. Squish. Like, your hair isn't gonna look good anymore after that. Vera said, you can see it even with the hat, I think. Quigita said, yes, Miles has it too. Vera says, yeah. Quigita said, the swoop. Vero, did you hear that? Is Tiff around with an earshot? The swoop. Vera said the little hair. I think Miles has it too. Queen said, yeah, Miles has it too. Mine talks in like an anime girl. Okay. Well, I mean, like, okay, here's a question. Queen Katie, when you say that your hair talks like an anime girl, does it talk like an anime girl with a Japanese voice actress? Or like the English dub? Like what is it saying? Is it like, sugoi, kawaii? Or is it just saying like, I will punish you and stuff like that? Anyway, the floor appears to be completely covered in a pale blue liquid. Okay, so that's probably the flavoring of the ice. Yeah. Unless the color has something to do with, because in the present, the poison gas stuff were 2 color combos, yeah? I should compare this photo with the photo I just borrowed from Ms. Bound. I assume that the unplugged power cord has something to do with all this.
Yeah, once that was out of the socket, the display cases lost power, and up the temperature went. Looks like they were all connected to the same power strip.
Okay, but even if they were connected to the same power strip, the thermostat in the room would have to be cranked up too, because like the temperature in the room was set to like, what was it, 26, 27 degrees, something like that, below freezing. Like the ice should have stayed frozen. Unless they just would have been heated up by like the lights in the cases. Do you have any idea when it was unplugged?
Nope, still working on that.
Oh, those sculptures were beautiful. What a waste. I wanted to marry them. The twins and the bull. That's right. I understand what Zeus saw in that bull. You could say that again. I should have taken a few more bites out of him while I had the chance. So they tasted good? Oh, did they ever? I never tried ice is so scrumptious in all my life.
I was gonna assume they were blue raspberry, maybe?
Oh, really? Man, I wish I could have had a bite. Well, scrumptious except for the salty bit, of course. That was unbearable.
Salty bit. Okay, so first of all, were there bites that were taken out of them when we saw the picture before? If not, maybe the missing strings were the parts that she took. But salty. Okay, so there was some tampering already. Maybe that was poison.
The salty bit? It's in the other photo you've got there. This bit, the harpy thing.
She did eat the strings. Gemini's liar.
Wait, that's why it has no strings? Because you ate them? I didn't eat that much, you cheeky little devil! I told you it was all horrible and salty.
Miscode statement added to the court record.
Frost sculptures were scrumptious except for the liar, which was salty. So I wasn't made from salt water. I should read some more in the chat. I'm getting distracted by the game. I should never get distracted by the game. I should just focus on the chat. Magpie says he does not look 18. He looks like 16. I think a lot of it is like his posture, his attitude, the way he dresses and stuff like that. If he had more of the proper posture that Bound has, and maybe more kind of formal looking clothes, I bet he'd probably then look a little bit older. Magpie says, honestly, young Eddie looks like a friend of mine when we were both in school. Crystal says 16. He looks 13 from looking for his little brother's toy, or else he'd get trouble from his mom. Also, I think it's the attitude that he's like eating papers. That is not behavior that an adult generally does. But how you doing, Crystal? And it's a Sunday, so does that mean do we have you for the rest of the stream, Crystal? I think it's Fridays and Sundays, right? That you're able to be here, that you don't have classes, I think. Am I correct? Magpie says, somewhere in there, I don't know, I'm bad at judging, but it kind of looks like he reached almost full height, but has all of the baby face, lol. Crystal says, lurk, oh no, I'm really addicted to Minecraft ever since I bought the game in the legal way. Crystal, are you gonna set up like a Minecraft server and invite everybody in the community to like go in there and build things and wreck each other's builds and do amazing stuff like that? Isn't that what people do? Isn't that how friends act? Anyway, let's keep playing a little bit here. It's interesting that the only one particular part of this one particular sculpture tasted different from the rest. And could somebody other than Miss Scone really be responsible for eating the rest of the strings? Okay, so something was in the strings that was salty. I don't know the significance of the salt, but it's different. So what if Bound broke off the string? Because she's using hot tea. And you know what you can do with flavored ice? You just put it in the tea, blip, blip, and it melts, and it combines with it. There's something there. Something with the tea, something poisony going on here.
Did you notice anything else, Ms. Scone? Come to think of it, I did. There was a funny little mark on Chillyweek's work. It was two little letters. PH. It's going to be PH. Let me see if I can draw it for you. There we go. I have to draw the letters PH. Don't know how to say PH, except for those 2 times I did it just now. Yes, it looked just like that. It's almost like a signature or something. Wait! I hate how long it's taken him to remember and realize this stuff. It is so obvious. Although it's missing the little snowflake stuff, but it is in a hexagonal shape. I just knew Mr. Frost wouldn't have made that harp without strings. Okay, well, Bound should recognize it because she's obsessed with that guy, right? He's the one that makes all of her fancy star and moon-shaped teacups and teapots. He is not the type to skip an important detail like that. I hope you don't mind me asking, Miss Bound, but are you certain you didn't know Mr. Frost particularly well? Oh, what? Oh, no. Oh, I barely knew him. I'm sorry. You see me doing this dance. It means I really got to go pee. You see, this is not sweat coming out of me. My bladder is so full. It filled up my body. It's pee. It's forehead pee. I got to go. No more questions. Oh, really got to go. Bye-bye. Is that so? You certainly seem to have some strong opinions about his attitude toward his work. No, the sculptures were so carefully made. I didn't think he'd miss something so important. Please, I'm about to burst here. This part is not a lie. I mean, look at these droplets on my face. They are not colored blue like sweat. They are slightly yellowish. I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. I know that girls don't go tinkle. You have a more personal connection to his work than that. Well, what makes you say that? I have an item of evidence that appears to have been one of Mr. Frost's possessions, and it shares a key feature with another piece of evidence. Okay, I'm gonna save just in case it's gonna do a weird way that I have to present these like out of order or something like that. Because obviously it's gonna be the PH stamp and the T set thing. Plus, like, we're an hour into stream, and I don't know if I've even saved yet tonight. I think I did once, and it's good to periodically save. Oh, because I did save once, we can still save over here. We're already staggering our saves. Let's see. Vera said, "Do I like his hair? It's okay, pretty clean looking." Quiga said, "To be fair, Logan, I think the white square at the bottom of the glasses is light." This part right here? This part right here? I don't know. It's something weird. Said, "Logan, that's light. That's white light." Wait, when was I even talking about the glasses? What was the white light? I don't even know. Over in YouTube, Opinion says, "I love how her nervous tick is dancing. She's so silly." I don't know if you realize this, Opinion. I feel like many, if not most, of the characters in this universe are indeed silly. Even the ones that are all serious and stuffy, like Manfred, have weird, silly, frilly outfits. Quiggita says, "I'm talking about the statues." Oh, okay, so it was the white square at the bottom of the glass cases is light. I just thought that maybe it was like where the statues had been, and so maybe they've been switched around or something like that. So you're probably right, Queen Katie. You're probably right. Anyway, let's play a little bit more. Thank you very much for the clarification. Well, I don't know what you're talking about if you don't share. So what are these 2 pieces of evidence of yours? Which 2 items point to Miss Frost? This is the first. This thing. Present.
Take that. Take that.
And now the second.
Take that. Take that.
Why does he sound like that?
Take that. Miss Scone found 2 letters carved into Mr. Frost's ice sculptures.
Ms. Scone found 2 letters carved into Mr. Frost's ice sculptures. I think they were a signature of sorts. After all, it's not unusual for an artist to initial their work. So are we saying that either Artie Frost was a pseudonym for Paul Halik, or Paul Halik was a pseudonym for Artie Frost? Are we gonna find out a name fact for Paul Halik and how that it means like basically the same thing, that Halik is code for either Frost and or art, or arteries or something like that? I guess not. That's right, dear. It's just like you said. Chillyweek statues have the letter carved in them plain as day.
Shouldn't that be
You'd think so, but take a look at this. It's the seal we found at the crime scene. It seems reasonable to assume that it fell from Mr. Frost's pocket. And when pressed into the surface of an item, it would leave behind the letters... the same pottery mark we see imprinted on the bottom of the items in the tea set.
Hey, the same pottery mark.
Right now, Bound has got to go pottery, but nobody's letting her leave to go pottery. I'm going to read a couple more comments in the chat. Vera says, womp. Quickity said, aw, man, the disappointment when such a pretty pen only does black. I know, but still, the outside is pretty. I wish you could see it. It's almost like a metallic, shiny purple. Let's see. Vera says, the swoop. My hair talks in the third person. Well, and that's fine, as long as it has a cartoonish voice to it. Queen says, Japanese voice actress. I sure do wish I could understand it, though. It just yaps all the time, but probably sounds very adorable, I would imagine. I'll read one more comment, then we'll get back in this. Queen says, I feel like Kay met young Eddie, she'd somehow yoink him into the Atagarasu SWAT or something over their common love of Jam and Ninja. I think that'd be delightful. I could see that happening. And I would love it. I would love a team up. I still would love Kay to get like a team of all the weird girl sidekicks that we've had in this series and be a bunch of thieves and stuff. Anyway, let's play a little bit more and then I'll read some more of the chat in just a minute. We've already established that the tea set is the work of the sculptor Paul Helique. From that, we can assume that these same letters would mark any item as out as a piece of his work. A fact of which you are well aware, correct, Ms. Bound?
Well, yes, I know that he always marks his work with his initials like that. He's never revealed his true identity in public, so it's the only way to know his work are truly his.
Okay, so it is a pseudonym. So he's like Banksy, just going around and doing like guerrilla work and nobody knows who he is.
Hey, you mean Paul Helique was...
That's right, Detective. Artie Frost had another identity. He was no ordinary confectioner, at least as far as Miss Bound was concerned. For you'll see, Mr. Frost was, in fact...
Save. It's giving me the option to save before I have to click the answer. Oh, Mr. Frost's alter ego and Bound's confession. Bound's gonna confess to something, apparently. Because we can save, that means I can answer the wrong answers and see what happens.
For you'll see, Mr. Frost was, in fact, just an extraordinary confectioner. Oh, he was, in fact, an extraordinary confectioner. All right, which means he can make tons of delicious candy creations, which doesn't really explain the seal at all, does it? Oh, hell, Mr. E, your answer is giving me heartburn. It's paper!
It's not edible!
Oh! Then I better help you bring it under control by withdrawing my last statement. As I was saying, the victim was no mere confectioner, at least not as far as Miss Bound was concerned. For you see, Mr. Frost was in fact a fan of sculptures. Yes. He was in fact an avid fan of contemporary sculptures.
You sure you're not just an avid fan of terrible attorneying?
I'm the real deal, detective. Or if I'm not, my son Miles will never know, for I will die before he's old enough to know how bad I am at my job.
Try again, and this time it better be good.
As I was saying, the victim was no mere confectioner, at least not as far as Miss Bound was concerned. For you see, Mr. Frost was in fact...
Gonna load my game. Because I was just goofing around, and we don't need to have those loss of hit points imprinted on the timeline like that. Yay. Let's see. Quigata says, oh, I don't know why, but lately I'm just typing, then all of a sudden Twitch kicks me out of the text box mid-type. So then I'm typing hotkeys, I full screen the stream and pause it. I have to fix it. I'm so sorry, that sounds really annoying. Are you on desktop that's doing that? It says I'm talking about the statues. I'm sorry. Oh, hey, look, it's Mania. It says, sup, Logan, are you excited for the upcoming Devil Summoner remaster? Thing is, I actually don't know a whole lot about the SMT mainline games. I know that you can call them SMT. I used to say Shin Megami Tensei, like a chump, until Beowulf would always say SMT. Beowulf seems very, very excited. I thought the trailer looked really cool. I don't know enough about the game to be like excited. It's just, it looks neat. So I think it's a good thing. I feel like I need to know more about it before I can really say that I'm like excited, if that makes sense. But the question then is, are you excited for the Devil Summoner Remaster Mania? Okay, for you see, Mr. Frost was in fact a famed sculptor. Mr. Frost was in fact none other than famed sculptor Paul Helique.
What? Oh, Mr. Frost and Paul Helique were the same person?
But it's not like the marks aren't a copy, though. Anyone who's seen it could fake being him with it. Not exactly conclusive proof that Frost was who you say he was.
That's a good point.
It was proof enough for Ms. Bound. What matters is that she believed it. His true identity will have to be investigated by the good people of the precinct.
Okay, so I'm guessing the confession that she's gonna have those mentioned on the save file is that she'll confess that she knew that Artie Frost was Paul Helique.
Yeah, all right, I'll have the boys look into it.
I should have known that I couldn't hide it from you, Mr. Edgeworth.
I just hope she's not hiding it because that he was like an awful groomer or something like that. I don't think that Ace Attorney would go that dark. We're a game about wholesome murders, not grooming.
So you admit it? You were aware of who Mr. Frost really was?
I was. When I discovered his body, I saw the seal you found. Don't ask me how, but I just knew straight away that he was my dear Paul Helique. Imagine, his entries in a confectionery contest were his final legacy. A great man like that.
And be honest, did you enter Mr. Frost's room at any point?
What? Oh, why are you asking me that?
Dancing around. Okay, so if she like idolized this guy, would that alone be a motive for murder? Unless she was like one of those crazy obsessive fans. Cause you hear stuff about that where like someone is so in love with like some celebrity, they'll try and like camp out outside their house to murder the person because like if I can't have you, no one can, like that type of thing. Maybe she's yandere or something. I don't know. Have we had one of those recently in these games?
Why are you asking me that?
The photograph of Mr. Frost's room. I'd like to know when it was taken.
Oh, so you don't suspect I went in to kill him? Okay, never mind that. You know, I must have gotten it mixed up with the one Samson took during the judging.
Well, no, because she said earlier, though, that he ran out of film right after Mr. Gusto's room, right?
I'm afraid I find that rather hard to believe. You said yourself that the camera ran out of film during the judging, and that you've had charge of the camera since before Mr. Tangaroa had the chance to visit Mr. Frost's room.
Look at that! Gregory, good on you! You figured that out without me having to click buttons. Good for you, bro.
That's how you were able to take that picture when you discovered Mr. Frost's body.
I suppose so.
This suggests that you only took 2 pictures with the new film. One of Mr. Frost's body and one of his room. But I have a piece of evidence that says otherwise.
Okay, let's save before we present that because I'm not sure what piece of evidence that's gonna be. Save. I'll read a couple more comments in the chat. Quickity said, the order didn't matter for the teapot and seal, by the way. Love you, game, for that. Oh, that's nice of them. Hey, Oak said saying hi again real quick because Nora and I are about to do the boss fight. Oak, I am glad that the dungeon's wrapping up, but I also feel bad because that means I'm going to lose those 10 points that I gambled in the prediction. But hopefully we'll see you guys soon then, Oak. Vera says to Oak that fast? Well, Vera, do keep in mind, I don't know if you realize, maybe you do realize this. Nora is playing Persona 4 on a setting that you like can't lose. I don't know what this, it's like, it's gotta be whatever the easiest setting was. I think when we played it, I was just had it to normal, but it's like, I think Oak said that when Nora plays that if she like dies in a fight, she can like basically click, nuh-uh, I'm still in it, and just like keep going or something like that. So I don't know. Magpie says, I like Gregory's little grimace in his shock sprite. Oh, I do too. It's a very kind of like, oh, yes, well, I'm having fun with this. This is rather exciting, actually. Vera says, heartburn helps you process the paper. Is that science? Is that how it works? The heartburn is just your engine revving it up a little bit better? Quickity says, yeah, desktop. I guess I'm just too fast of a typer in the West. I would love to have like a speed typing contest one of these days. I had a brief one. Remember that one time we did the Coach Wilson collab stream, the co-stream, and one of the mini games was typing fast. Because I type really fast, but the problem is I type so fast that I make a lot of mistakes and I have to spend a lot of time backspacing and correcting things. And that slows me down. But okay, let's keep playing a little bit more here. Oh, hang on, one more thing over on YouTube. Opinion says, you say that. But as much as we'd all like to deny it, Big Top happened. Wait, crap, I'm trying to remember what I said, though. I remember being so mad at the game. Not like legit mad, but frustrated with the game. That one scene with the statue and the cloak and it just oh, that was the worst. That was the worst. That was the absolute worst. You said AA doesn't have grooming. Oh, crap, that's right, the ventriloquist. And Larry, to be fair. Larry did hit on Pearl. Larry, you monster. I keep forgetting about that ventriloquist guy. I just usually think back, it's like, Mo the Clown was so fun. Oh, chat really liked Acro. Oh, wasn't that? It's delightful. It's a circus. I always forget about that guy. I forget about it. Opinion says, or wouldn't do grooming. Yes, I thank you for clarifying, for that reminder. I had forgotten about him. All right, but I have a piece of evidence that says otherwise. Okay, so this is gonna prove that she took more than 2 pictures? You do? Which piece of evidence contradicts the assumption that Ms. Bound only took 2 pictures? Okay, so let's review everything. Contest rules, probably not gonna be that. We got the seal, crime scene notes. We'll come back and take a look in a minute. Mr. Tangaro's teapot, the frame finger marks, the mansion key, the salt lamp found in Scone's room stained with the victim's blood. Was it Miss Scone's statement? Did she say something? Frost sculptures were scrumptious, except for the lyre, which was salty. Miss Frost's room, the photo of the Frost sculptures taken by Judy Bound. Luminous cloth, special color change of cloth belonging to Scone. She lost a roll of it, along with a device of powers. That fake confections, Miss Scone's so-called creations were all fake plastic models covered in a thick layer of whipped cream. A chocolate, Tangaro's favorite, handmade by Bound, rather misshapen and incredibly sweet. Does that have something to do with it? Takes photos that develop instantly. A new film cartridge has 20 exposures, but there are only 3 remaining. So, okay, it's that then. There's only 3 remaining. That she apparently took 17 pictures, so she took those 2 photos and 15 others? Okay, I guess that.
The camera? You gave the picture of the body to the police, and the picture of Mr. Frost's room to me.
Oh, and you gave us that picture you took of me and Mr. Edgeworth, too.
3 photographs in total, and yet the film cartridge in this camera only has 3 exposures remaining out of a total of 20.
Okay, so it wasn't. Yeah.
You took more pictures, and I want to know what of.
So she took 3 plus it says there's 14 other things. I don't know. Maybe she's got a boyfriend who's taking some selfies to send to him by carrier pigeon.
I'll need to see all the photos you took. Perhaps then we'll finally learn what you really were up to. I am so sorry. I confess, I've been lying to you. I did a murder. But if I say I'm sorry, do I get to stay out of jail?
Yeah, these are all shots of Frost's room.
I am so sorry.
Oh, looks like she took pictures of his work from every possible angle.
Okay, so that explains how in the future we were able to like replicate his work. Okay, that's nice. Thank you, game. That makes so much more sense then.
Then when they were taken, the ice still hadn't melted yet. Wait! Don't tell me. It was you!
It was. At least, I am pretty sure it was.
Oh, is she gonna say that she tripped over the cord or something?
You are? Why? Well, you see, I am a huge fan of Mr. Halik's work, as you know. I was petrified that they might be ruined, what with the investigation that was going on and everything. So I thought I should at least capture the sculptures on film for posterity.
And how did that make them melt?
I think perhaps I was so intent on getting the perfect photographs that I might have tripped over the power cord without noticing.
My mistake? Are you sure? Yeah, that sounds fake. That sounds like an excuse. I think it was intentional.
I didn't notice it at the time, but how could I have been so careless as to cause the loss of his final masterpieces?
I'm guessing either she's a crazy fan, and yeah, if no one else can have, then I can, or no one else will have them, then I'll destroy them. I don't know if I can't have them, I'll destroy them. Or there was some evidence implicating her in the murder that she had to destroy them, that she loved. And so, but the problem is that if she took all the pictures, we'll be able to find the evidence in the photos.
That seems a little convenient to me. I'm not sure I believe it.
Plus, she was doing her pee-pee dance the whole time.
But I'm not in a position to refute it either. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Please, don't worry about it. The important thing is that you told us the truth, eventually. And may have murdered, but you told us the truth.
What he said, no hard feelings, Miss Bound.
Thank you.
Mr. Edgeworth, picture's yours. Hope it helps.
Mr. Frost, room updated the court record. Okay, 2 photos, one of Bound and one from Detective Bad. So we don't get to see the other pictures she took, in case they have... Oh, Manfred!
Are you infernal nuisances still here? You don't know when to give up. That's right. And my music is playing from the first game. Oh, it is so gloriously old-fashioned compared to the other tracks of the game. Linger for as long as you like. The answer is still the same. You are not part of this investigation. Whether we're part of it or not, we'll uncover the truth nonetheless. It seems you don't know when to shut up either, but I commend you on your stubbornness. Mr. Von Karma, I'm afraid I am the one responsible for Mr. Frost's work melting. What? What is the meaning of this? I am so sorry, and to you, Mr. Gusto.
No concern, man. Hey, I'm just over here. I have one fewer scar than in the future. Less gray hair. Just Mr. Gusto. Hope I don't get poisoned in the future. I didn't do anything, and Mr. Von Karma agrees.
Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto. You went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why.
Sure, I was.
Objection!
Silence! You're not to give the attorney even the tiniest shred of information. Judy Bound, you're coming with me.
Let me read a few more comments in the chat. Have a sip of water. I'm getting thirsty. Let's see. Quickita says, Artie Frost, maybe. Okay. Here's a name fact. See if there's anything new on Artie Frost's name. Artie Frost may be a play on Defrost. His Japanese name is Isaku Hyodo, which is a play on ice hall or ice sculpture. His fan English name is Isaac Dover, which is like they play on iced over. Oh, I like that. I think I actually like that a little bit better than Artie Frost. Scone's nickname for him was Icy. Isaac Dover. See, that's a bit more subtle, I think. I like that. Says, I'm holding back a little longer for Paul Halik's name fact, but just know it's ice-based, which makes sense with his connection, and that in every language it is still the initials PH. Well, that makes sense, because they would be able to change the physical thing. It's gonna be tough to try and come up with multiple different puns with ice for PH. So they save time not having to redraw the evidence, I guess. Mania says, I'm excited for it. I've never even played it. I was stuck on PS2 for ages, and I don't want to go back to the 7 Seas to play it. It looks super cool. The setting reminds me of the great Ace Attorney, which I am looking forward to playing that game when this one's done. I admit it does look cool, and I appreciate you resisting the urge to sail them 7 seas. Said not to mention the protag is a detective. Said I'm also playing Persona 4 recently on very hard difficulty and on Japanese voices and on New Game Plus. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't be able to do the Japanese voices. I was just too enamored with Aaron Fitzgerald's performance as Chie, or a little thing when he'd have lunch on the rooftop shouting, delicious! I wouldn't be able to play the game without her. But I hope you're having fun, Mania. Okay, let's play a little bit more here.
I have reason to believe that you are an accomplice of the accused, Samson Tangaroha. Oh. No, I will be interrogating you personally, so you had better get your story in order.
I understand.
Wait, please, I'm not done questioning her myself. And you think I care because... Oh! Bed! Gasto! Und you scone! I have questions for all of you, and I expect answers. It's fine by me. You could at least ask nicely, mannequins.
And just like that, he takes away all of our new friends.
We took literally everyone with him. Indeed. Well, I suppose that means there's little point in us hanging around either. Perhaps it's time we got going anyway. It's rather late.
I hope the snow has let up. That's right, I forgot that Fender made a big deal about how it was all snowy outside, super cold, snowy. And will that be important somehow with the ice sculptures? Maybe something was tossed outside and preserved?
Oh, you're right. Home time. Guess my stomach's in agreement too.
Oh, that's what that was? That was his stomach growling?
All right, let's go grab a burger. That's what all good attorney sidekicks need to eat. Burgers. Certainly not ramen in the Japanese language edition before my own stomach starts grumbling too. Sounds good to me. Let's eat up and rest up. We'll need to be fighting fit for tomorrow. We will indeed. And our first port of call will be with Mr. Tangaroa.
So we're going to go to the detention center on Christmas to be continued. Wow, we're getting through these parts of the game fast. We're like less than an hour and a half in a stream. We just did an entire part of the game. Save my poggers. Yes, save my poggers. Save my poggers. Can we get said, I'm hoping the Rido game would work well on my PC because I also want to stream my first SMT series game. Said though, I could try streaming Ping Tuberless on my Xbox. We got to get you like a capture card or something because then you can still like stream the game from Xbox onto your PC. That's what I have to do for when I play Switch games.
December 25th, 10 a.m. Christmas Day means it's no longer Christmas. Detention Center visitors room.
Where's the guard? Maybe since this is so long ago, he hadn't gotten his job yet.
Hey, it's Miss Bound.
Oh, Mr. Fender, Mr. Edgeworth. I am so sorry about what happened yesterday.
She looks rather tired. Has Mr. Von Karma finished interrogating you?
Yes, though he really only seems interested in how I melted those sculptures.
Are you here to see Mr. Tangaroa too?
Yes, I am terribly worried about him.
No, that's me.
Detective Bad? What are you doing back there?
Oh, just happened to be here. I'll be heading back to the scene soon.
Not sure how anyone just happens to be at a detention center, but okay.
Oh, his hair's gray! What? His hair wasn't gray yesterday. I mean, I guess that's possible. Okay, sort of possible. I heard a story from my mom that when she was younger, my grandfather on my mom's side, who had passed away before I was born, so I never met him. His sister, I think it was in like a really bad car accident, and like the insane stress of it, like made him go completely gray overnight. Like his entire head of hair in one day went gray. However, it doesn't gray out the hair that's already grown out. It starts at the roots. Like the hair that's already out already has that color. Unless he was dyeing his hair and it was all water soluble and he washed it out in the showers that morning, he should not be completely gray like this. He looks haunted. Also, I think I figured out who he reminds me of. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but he reminds me of Chad from Bleach. Something about the way his face is sculpted. Oh, and here we go. We got a Queen Katie with a pin message. Say, is this more a name fact about Samson Tangaroa? Said both of his English names are derived from religious figures. Samson was a biblical judge who lost his great strength and was imprisoned, with parallels being drawn to the character growing old and feeble during his time in prison. Well, and also his whole thing was that he, Samson was like a Nazarene that was promised that if he never cut his hair, he'd be like super, super strong, and he killed like 1,000 Philistines with like a jawbone of a donkey or something like that. Awful at coming up with riddles, that Samson, but really good at murdering. Well, not murder, I guess it was war, whatever. He liked to do the killing. But then he fell in love with Delilah, who was a Philistine, got him to tell her the secret of his hair, of his strength. She cut his hair and then like tied him up to some pillars or something. And then he, I think his hair started to grow back and his strength slowly came back, and he like yanked the pillars and collapsed the whole building or something like that. It's been a long time since I've read the Book of Judges. Said Tangaroa is a so Tangaroa's last name is a Maori god of the sea and other bodies of water, similar to his Japanese surname Tenkai being heavenly ocean, as I have told before in the Japanese name fact. Interesting. Okay, so I wonder if now we get to find out that why is hair turned white? Is that going to be a symbol with? Well, no, because in the Japanese version his name wasn't Samson, so it wouldn't be like a hair connection there. It's going to say maybe it was that instead of the hair getting cut, it like turns gray or something like that. But this is a little bit of a surprise. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat. Mania says, Raido is a remaster of an old game, much like Crisis Core Reunion, so I think it's safe to say it'll run well on PC. I still need to play Crisis Core. I want to, and I just haven't gotten around to it because I don't have free time. Said, oh yeah, there's been rumors spreading around a possible Persona 4 remake. Oh yeah, we've been talking about that. Beowulf seems to think that it won't come out until, or they won't do that until after they've done P6, which I kind of hope for, because I am satisfied with Golden. I don't feel like it, I mean, the dungeon design where they're all just procedurally generated kind of sucks, but I'm especially worried also they're going to recast everybody like they did with Persona 3, and I don't want to see that happen. So kind of weird timing since P4G still looks good and plays great. See? I was hoping for a better remake of Persona 1 and 2, but at least I got more of Adachi. Love that guy. Everybody loves him. He's just a silly little guy. Said, I used the Great Revival theme on our voting campaign project. Quicket said, captions, New Gay Plus. Mania says, not gonna lie, my first move on the New Gay Plus is ranking up Yosuke's social link. Let's see. Oh, and over on YouTube, Opinion says, Tangaroa, comma. Hang on, I gotta finish off this water.
Good morning!
Oh, Mr. Tangaroa, what happened to you?
Oh no, Samson, what did they do to you?
They didn't seem to want to let me sleep. I had no idea being interrogated could be so involved. Sorry if I seem distracted. I think I'm a little tired.
And gray. We were talking about you looking tired, bro.
They're not letting you sleep? Well, that's not police work, that's torture. What's going on here, Detective Bad?
I'm not the one doing the interviewing. It's the guy they put on the case before me.
Are we gonna meet that guy? We gotta meet that guy at some point, right? He's got. Oh, I heard what happened. He's got to be important. That guy that was on before him has to be important. Okay, I was just in the chat, so I'll read one or two more comments. Oh, it's Rast that did the what happened. How you doing, Rast? Good to have you here. How's it going? Queegata says, welcome to page 6, Sir Logan. We've been burning through is it just because that this past few streams have been a bit sleepier with the chat, and so I haven't had to spend like 20 minutes at a time reading chat, and that forces me to stay on task? Says, I think you have a good idea of how this guide works now, lol. Yeah, well, so each page is every time they have one of those to be continued in your guide. Is that how it is? Lol, I don't know why they had to split literally by checkpoints, but it's funny to see 9 pages anyway. Vera said, I love how we assume he's hungry, not suffering from a tummy ache. Actually, oh, that makes more sense, because he's literally eating paper, which you should not do. Quickita said, Logan, that is a wonderful idea. Counterpoint, my PC is in my bedroom. The Xbox is in the living room. You probably need a very long cable for something like that then. And even then the controller might not connect. Yeah, okay, that is a good counterpoint. Fair enough.
I like I like Von Karma's methods about as much as you do, which is why I'm doing what I can to help. It was Detective Bad who got me out of there. I'd still be in that interrogation room right now if it weren't for him.
Detective Bad really is trying to look out for Mr. Tangaroa in his own way, it seems.
I wonder if his hair is supposed to look like some type of food, because his is all fluffy and hers is all spiky. So maybe he's supposed to be like a cloud, a little like dollop of whipped cream, and now he actually does look like whipped cream.
All right, Eddie, let's share yesterday's findings with Mr. Tangaroa.
Oh, you got it, Mr. E. My notepad is at the ready.
Crap, I hope we don't have to like listen to all this, unless like this is just a recap since we spent so much time as Edgeworth. Other Edgeworth, whereas Edgeworth, we're also still as an Edgeworth.
Mr. Tangaroa, we found out quite a bit if you'd like to hear it.
Oh, of course. Thank you.
Are you all right, Mr. Tangaroa? You seem kind of white, gray, spaced out.
I'm fine. I think my blood sugar might be running a little low.
Samson, are you gonna give him the chocolates?
Maybe the chocolates didn't contain poison. Maybe they contained medicine that has been keeping him alive and not gray.
Do we have anything that might give him a little energy boost?
I'm gonna save just in case I'm wrong. I mean, it's gonna be the chocolates. It's obviously the chocolates. But I'm gonna save anyway, just to be safe. Because that's what saving does. Save. You know what? No, we're gonna talk to him first. We're gonna give you your chocolates later, the contestants.
Mr. Tangaroa?
You're kind of swaying all over the place.
I'm sorry. Like I said, I think my blood sugar might be running a little low.
Is he diabetic? Do we have anything that might give him a little energy boost? Okay, so we can't talk about this stuff. He's given an entire chocolate frame. Okay, little chocolates. So I hope this isn't the only reason they're important, because they've shown these chocolates a lot up to this point.
Huh? Is that chocolate for me?
Question. When he eats them, is his hair going to change color? Is this like a power-up? Is it like a Super Saiyan type of a thing?
Oh, those are the chocolates I wish I could just give them to you, Mr. Tangaroa. But the rules here don't exactly allow me to do so. So instead, I will eat them in front of you. Twist, twist, twist.
Oh, it's so good. Oh,
I would say you have no idea.
My accent's changed.
You have no idea what you're missing. But I know you've had these before.
Oh, that's a shame, but rules are rules, I suppose.
Bad. You gonna break the rules? You gonna be a bad man?
Well, there must be some way we can hand them to him.
I hope Detective Bad is noting the meaningful looks in his direction.
Hey, Tisk. Let me take a look at them. If they seem legit, I might consider passing them on to the suspect.
Thank you, Detective Bad.
Oh, my hero.
I'm touched. Thank you, Detective. Yeah, whatever. Just sit tight. I'll try and eat one of these myself first. Here. You don't know how much this means to me. Yeah. Keep it down, will you? For both our sakes. Of course, Detective. I wouldn't wish to put your livelihood at risk. Now to sample these treats.
Detective, I apologize for putting you in a tight spot.
I didn't do it for you. It was my call.
I guess you're not such a bad guy after all. Now, you can't tell because I'm saying it verbally, but I said your name is Bad. It had a capital B and then 2 D's at the end. I have to explain this because I'm verbally saying it, not communicating in writing, say in a hypothetical speech box at the bottom of a screen of sorts by which a third party is watching and controlling our actions.
Oh, the sweetness! I feel like a man reborn! Ha ha! Were they your handiwork, Judy?
Yes, how were they?
Huh? Oh, is he gonna sing a song?
Feel them melt, soft and smooth, chocolate that'll comfort and soothe. Ear to ear, head to toe, smile and savor the taste as it flows. Delicious. They're not exactly beautiful, but they're sweet and oh so flavorful. Thank you, Judy.
I am so glad you like them. That song was not very great, though. I mean, you should probably write the lyrics beforehand, my dear. My papa.
I should read some more comments in the chat. Oh, hang on. Avir said his hair color didn't change. I know. I hoped it would just like blue, 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 blue. Even if it'd be cartoony, but it's still cartoony that it's like changed to white overnight. But thank you very much for the pin message. I gotta read some more comments in the chat though. Mania says, still holding that pose. Just what is she hiding under that dress? I am guessing legs. Quick said, both of his English names, that was pinned earlier, said poor Samson got the Simon Blackwell treatment. Well, Blackwell just got like a flash of white, right? Like he went overnight just all white. Mania says, now he looks like a milkshake. How fitting. Huh. So wait. Are you gonna say, because of the hair? Because I still prefer a good chocolate milkshake myself. Made with chocolate ice cream, not vanilla. There's Ras saying, hello, chat. I have a question for you all. What's the question then? What is the question? I don't see the question. You say you have a question, and then there is no question. Where is the question that you have for us? You have informed us of a question, but question was not asked. Hopefully I'll find out soon, but let's play a little bit more. And I'm glad you're back to your old self.
My apologies, friends. The food they serve here is just so flavorless. Between that and the lack of sleep, I was about ready to collapse from sheer despair.
Oh, wow. Is the food here really all that bad?
Yeah, just the usual French fries, ham sandwiches, stuff like that. Yes, and yet I couldn't taste a thing.
Is it because his palate is too refined, or does bro have COVID?
Oh.
Anyway, I'm not gonna pick up on that, even though that was clearly important. I'm just gonna head back to the scene. So glad I could deliver your chacos. See you later.
Before you go, Detective, do you have any new information to share?
Oh yeah, you were right about the victim's identity. Frost worked as a sculptor in France, where he was known as Paul Helique. Artie Frost was Paul Helique? I never would have imagined.
Poor Mr. Helique.
Oh, so the famous French sculptor wasn't a Frenchman after all, huh?
This would all certainly explain why Mr. Helique was such a recluse and refused to show his face in public.
Have we ever seen like what his face looked like as like straight on? I feel like in all the pictures he's looking away. Like oh yeah, that's right. We do have this one picture and he's mewing. I forgot. It looks weird compared to he's like too realistically proportioned.
He was busy working on his greatest masterpiece, apparently. A bunch of zodiac statues. Just so you know, the twins of Gemini look a lot like Pisces, and Taurus looks a lot like Capricorn. If you don't die soon, make sure that you tell your kid, because that might be important information later on. Guess he'll never finish them now.
Well, he never finished his greatest masterpiece?
Nah, seems he was making statues for each season. But he never got around to the winter constellations.
Oh, so that's what this was going to be debuting, the first time we'd have finally seen the winter constellations. That's why it was such a big deal. Wait. Yeah. That checks out. I'm gonna read a couple more comments in the chat. Queen Gator said, I assume what happened to Samson is what happened to my one and only love, Black Jacks. I almost said Jack Black. Blackjack, stress, as it made their hair gray/white from trauma. Well, like I said, that's what happened apparently to my grandfather. Again, he had passed away before I was born. And it was just the one day, that one instance with that one car accident. But again, I don't think it makes the hair that's already on your head turn gray. Although that also happened in, wait, I don't think Oak is here. Anybody else here watch Hunter x Hunter? That happened to like one of the characters in Hunter x Hunter in the Chimera Ants arc as well. But yeah, again, I don't think it happens to the hair that's already, because the color is already in this hair. It doesn't drain out. It's just the roots are now gray and everything else coming out will be gray, right? I think. Ras says, playing Devil Summoner 2 for the first time. Should I go full magic or full physical for the pro tag? Okay, so that is the question that you had. I don't know the difference. I mean, I know the difference between physical and magic, but I feel like if it was me, physical is probably easier, unless it's the type of attack, because I remember in all the Persona games, physical attacks drain your HP. I'd rather drain a separate bar, so I'd go magic. So if it's just like physical attack, like you're just hack and slash and there's no like MP drain or HP drain, then I'd say physical. If it drains your HP, then I'd say magic. That probably doesn't help. Mania says go for physical. Same as someone who never played Devil Summoner like me. Ras says law. Moonlight says hi, Logan. Hour mark 1:32. Look at that Moonlight. I'm only 9 minutes behind. I'm doing so well, but how are you, Moonlight? How is your day? How are you doing? Are you unwinding, having a nice evening, kicking up those feet and maybe having a little snack or something like that? Mania says, but in many RPGs in general, I'd rather do anything other than use magic as long as manas and elixirs can be conserved. Same here. I think part of it is because I am a potion hoarder, especially with like MP related stuff like ethers and like I said, elixirs and stuff like that. And Vera with a pin message earlier saying his hair didn't change. I need another sip of water. Actually, I had another bottle over here that's already over. I'm working on 2 partially drunk bottles from... There we go, okay.
But he never got around to the winter constellations.
The winter constellations? Oh, you mean Taurus and Gemini? So the 2 he made out of ice would have completed the set. Yeah, now they're nothing but puddles.
Okay, so once again, that also makes sense why they would have been able to set up the other constellations at the exhibit in the present day, because the 2 that melted, Judy Bound got a bunch of photos of, and the other ones already existed previously.
What a bummer.
I am so sorry.
Oh, no, Miss Bound, I wasn't blaming you.
One last thing. Seems he had himself a bit of a spending habit when it came to his work. Every statue cost him millions to make. Which means he was always strapped for cash. That's right, that salty flavor. The delicious scone. Ground up diamonds. Don't know why he wanted them just in the strings. He was not a frugal man. We're checking to see if there's any chance someone called in a debt.
Oh, so that's gonna be the motive. Just that he owed money. Oh, okay. I do feel like this ought to tie back into Zhang Fa somehow, right? Because in the present day, didn't Gusto travel to Zhang Fa to study and then come back? And like the other 2, there's gonna be some connection to Zhang Fa.
I guess not even famous artists are safe from money problems.
Do you have any idea why he entered the confectionery contest? Probably for the cash prize?
Nope, guy didn't even tell his family.
Oh, he had a family. Now it makes it more sad that he died. I see.
All right, I really gotta get going. I'll go fetch another guard, but I can't be hanging around here any longer.
Oh, so maybe that's why the guard wasn't back here, is because to give an excuse for why Bound would be here. Not Bound, excuse me, Bad. Bound is a bad, bound, bound.
Understood, detective. We'll see you again shortly.
I want to see the guard. Show me the new guard. Who's also the old guard? Ah! He is in a different uniform than in the regular Ace Attorney games.
He's a good man.
He certainly is. And an uncompromising one. Someone who can be trusted to stand up for what he believes in. And to scare the pants off of anybody new he meets.
Now you were going to tell me about what you learned yesterday.
Of course. Allow me to give you a full report.
Yeah, please just fast forward. Okay, that was a weird interlude with the chocolates. Again, that's got to be important because, like, he said he can't taste anything else from the food that they gave from the ham sandwiches. So maybe he's like taste blind? Is that a thing? I mean, last game we had somebody who was face blind. So maybe he's taste blind and he can only taste sweet stuff? Hey, Tony! Rated with a party of 4! Vera, would you be able to do a quick shout out for Tony's Game Lounge? And we'll get that shout out going here. How was your stream? What were you streaming? I'm actually only a little bit behind right now, so I can easily scroll down to the bottom of the chat and say hi to the raiders. Tony's saying Tony can't think of a raid message. But you had like the top of a head there. Oh, is that the top of your head? In different colors. Wait, why didn't the shout out work? Oh, is it because it was like all caps? Does that affect it? I hope Streamlabs bot isn't down. Oh wait, no, there it is. And you were playing Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. And oh, there's a clip.
Yo, holy shit, look at that. It's playing fucking some mellow fellow Yu-Gi-Oh?
It's Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes, clearly you don't open
Yo,
your
look at that. This looks like a perfect segue for me to run to the washroom and get water real quick.
I think, wait, was that the same clip that played last time you were here? I'm trying to remember.
What? I confusion.
But welcome, Tony! Let's see, so for anyone who's here with Tony's Raid, let me give you the quick introduction. Hi, I'm Logan. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this game, Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit, and Metaphor Read Fantasio. That's a JRPG from the same people who made Persona. Except this upcoming Tuesday is going to be a very different, very special stream. I'm going to be announcing tomorrow on Discord a little bit of the details about it, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. But how was, I already asked you, probably have saying in the stream how your stream was, so let's get to it. Vera's, the shout out, Vera said, okay, it worked. Beowulf says, hello, Lonely Man. Beowulf, perfect timing, because I'm checking out the raid stuff here. How are you doing, Beowulf? I heard Oak said that you were in watching Nora's stream and that you were confused that there was some enemy who was resistant to almighty damage. Tony says, yo, Logan, stream was good. Played more of the ROM hack for Pokemon XD called Pokemon XG. I don't know what that is. What is XG? What's the spin on that? Have you mentioned that before? Quick said some jerk truck driver just drove by and honked their horn at 11:30 at night, triggering my dog. I've actually had this weird thing lately where somebody has been having an issue with their car alarm going off almost every morning, like for the last 2 weeks, and it's been waking me up early, and it's unpleasant, and it's scaring my cat. Vera said, no, doggy! Quick said, I gave her a kiss on the head, and she chilled out. Oh, your dog! For some reason, I thought you meant you gave a kiss on the head to the truck driver. The jerk truck driver goes like, and well, I guess it's not like that. I think truck drivers, they like pull the thing, right? And then he's run out there and just grab his head. And he's like, I'm sorry, I will never do that again. But yeah, so Tony, thank you for the raid. Raiders, I don't know if you need to take off, if you've been watching Tony, now you're tired, need to get a snack, or if you're like, well, we want to watch Tony, but not somebody else. Why are we watching Ace Attorney? This is not my jam. Feel free to take off if you need to, but we'd love to have you stick around. Vera posted a link tree right there. That, in case you're interested in my social medias, has Discord invite link, what would be my TikTok if it had not gotten hacked about a month ago, and I'll probably never get it back, but we'll see. And also YouTube, Twitter, all of those things there. Tony says, XG updates the game from... Oh, and Nora raided with a party of 6, 2 raids back to back. I'll read that message in just a second. Tony, Vera, can we now have a shout out for Nora? My apologies to people over on YouTube. A lot of stuff is happening over here on Twitch. So yes, can we get a shout out for Nora? Nora, did you beat the dungeon? Did I lose my 10 points that I gambled in the prediction?
Now push me around, now say,
That is not how that theater exercise works. Nora, that is not.
I can't.
That is not. You're supposed to learn to speak from your diaphragm. Going, is not speaking from your diaphragm, Nora. Nora, no. How was the rest of the stream? Did you complete the dungeon? I'm in the middle of reading the raid stuff, so I'll continue reading and then I'll scroll back up in momentarily back to where I was before. Let's see. Tony, where was that? Tony was saying, XG updates the game up to Gen 7, so all stats are adjusted, fairy type added, a few Alolan forms added, and new shadow Pokemon and post-game stuff. That's cool. Said also, Logan, I sent you a DM regarding the podcast because new season is starting soon. I will check that. I've been getting behind in checking my DM, so thank you for the heads up on that, Tony. I appreciate that. That's on Discord, I assume, right? Because I don't have a notification here on Twitch. So I will check that out. There's where Nora's raid was. Nora said Nora's raid again. We hope her tears don't mess up your stream. Nora raid. And there's Oak and And Beowulf saying, Nora Raid, we will stab you at Atlantic. Oak says, Longa and Tiff. Crap. Oh, Tiff. Yeah, that was something I was trying to get your attention before. Somebody mentioned the swoop earlier. And I was like, oh, is Tiff here? Swoop mentioned. But how are you guys doing? How did the rest of the dungeon go? Nora said, yes. Oak said, we accidentally closed Streamlabs and had to start another stream that lasted 2 minutes so we could end stream. You could have just ended there. But I appreciate the dedication. Nora said, you lost. Oak said, we did the dungeon. So is Nanako safe? Nora, is Nanako safe? Huh?
Swoop. Where is my boy?
Okay, I'll show you when we have the opportunity to show you, but currently where we're at right now, I cannot show you Swoop, but I will show you momentarily. But thank you, Tiff, for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. And you will see it, and you will be either amazed or disappointed. I don't know which. There's no in between. Quickita said, Nora, did you close the stream by mistake while you're trying to raid? Oak says, yeah. Quickita says, oh, I see Oak's message. Rast says, I need to ask people, has anyone played Devil Summoner 2? If so, what would you recommend, magic or physical, for the pro tag? Oh, Beowulf's probably a person to ask that. Nora says, Crystal. Oh, because Crystal said, guys, ... what? Tony says, yes, Discord. Oak says, Crystal. Crystal says, hear me out on Tangaroa/HJ. Oak said, what happened while we were gone? Okay, so Tangaroa has gone gray. Okay, so you saw last time, at the end of last stream, we found a body in the fountain. The game did not say who it was. It looked like from behind Artie Frost, but it might be somebody else. I don't know. And then Edgeworth is like, wow, this must really tie to what happened in the past. Let's flash back again. And so after that, we had one revelation where we found out that Artie Frost, the victim of the murder, is Paul Halik, the guy who designed the teapot and everything like that. And so Bound was like obsessed with him and went and took like a whole bunch of pictures of his room and his display. So that is how they were able to recreate his sculptures, because she took photographs of them in the past. And so this was these 2 ice sculptures in the past of the twins of Gemini and Taurus the Bull were supposed to complete his collection of sculptures of the zodiac signs. And so then that's why in the present or future, or whatever you want to call it, they've got all the zodiac signs because all the other ones had been made, and Judy Bound had taken the photographs from like every angle of these statues. And she's claiming that she accidentally got them melted by tripping on the power cord to the cases that were keeping them cold. I don't think that makes sense, because the Winter Wing was supposed to be kept at a sub-freezing temperature, so even if they were unplugged, they shouldn't have melted. So she must have like messed with the thermostat as well. So then we came here to prison because Manfred von Karman's like, get out, I don't want to see any of you here. And we see Tangaroa, whose hair is now just snow white, inexplicably, probably from the stress, even though hair, it would need time to grow out. And he got there and he was like, my blood sugar is low. And Judy's like, I've got some chocolates. And Bad's like, I'll give him chocolates. Here's your chocolates. Anyway, I got to go by. And so that's where we're at right now. And so now we're just filling him in on what happened. So really, almost 2 hours into the stream, next to nothing has happened. But I do feel like that is kind of par for the course. So I should scroll back up to where I was in the chat before. But again, thank you very much for the back-to-back raids, Tony and Nora. I really appreciate that. And Nora, you better be keeping Nanako safe, okay? Okay, that dungeon, you better be okay. You better have beaten that boss. If I find out that the boss, like, beat you and that you left and let all the days pass or something like that, I'm gonna be so cross. Okay,
Thanks for that, and allow me to apologize on Judy's behalf.
I am so sorry.
It's fine, Mr. Tangaroa. As I told her yesterday, the important thing is that we learned the truth in the end. Now, would you mind if I ask you a question or two?
By all means, I'll gladly share all that I can.
Can we present all of our evidence to him now? Like, let's just work our way from the back forward. Ms. Scone's statement, the Frost, and this is the other thing that we found out, that Delicious Scone had gone in here, and the twins of Gemini, one of them was holding a lyre and it had strings, and she ate one of them, but it was salty, but the other ones are gone. That the entire thing is supposed to be sweet flavored, and she said they were scrumptious, but the strings were salty. So let's show her, we're just gonna work our way backward here.
I'm not sure I see anything out of the ordinary.
Mr. Tangaroa is exhausted from the interrogation. I should try to avoid causing him an unnecessary stress. Actually, don't worry about it. It's not important. In fact, you can just forget about it entirely.
I'll try, but you've worried me a little. I have to confess
It'll do the same with everything. I'm not sure I see anything out of the ordinary. Mr. Tango is exhausted. I should try to avoid causing stress. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. You can forget about it.
You're worrying me.
Why are you worrying me so? Here's a camera. Oh, there we go. He has something to say.
That's the camera I gave Judy for her birthday.
Oh, that's the other thing we found out. That Judy apparently was abandoned as a baby on the doorstep of Tangaroa's mansion. And so he took her in. So he's, it was unclear as to whether or not he's like considered her legal father, like that he actually adopted her, but he's like he's her guardian. He raised her, more or less. And she was abandoned on Christmas Eve. So it's like and it's not really her birthday. It's her abandonment, reverse abandonment day, her taken in, found on the ground day. Is that a thing?
Ah, I see. That explains why she carries it around with her everywhere.
I was worried she wouldn't like it. I didn't know if it was maybe a little tacky. You can imagine how relieved I was to see her take to it so enthusiastically.
Probably because it was a gift from you, but I suppose it'd be quite tacky to say so out loud.
No, be connected with your emotions, Gregory. Okay, not sure if he sees anything out of the ordinary. He has nothing to say there. Luminous cloth, nothing out of the ordinary there. What about the murder weapon? Nothing out of the ordinary there. The key, he should have something to say about the key, because that was the whole thing, is that he had the only copy of it, right? Nope, nothing to say about the key either. The fingerprints in his chocolate frame. He'll have something to say about that, right? Nope, nothing at all. Okay, well, we're running out of stuff to show him. Let's show him the teapot.
Did you buy this teapot yourself, Mr. Tangaroa?
No, it was a present from Judy. It's a Paul Halik original. I have been a fan of his ever since I first laid eyes on his work during one of my trips overseas.
He seems so delighted by this conversation.
Would you like to see a dead body? You know that the Paul Halik guy that you love so much? Here's his corpse.
I'm not sure I see anything out of the ordinary here. I mean, he's not breathing, but corpses shouldn't breathe.
Paul Halik thing. Nothing out of the ordinary. I'm sorry, I just gotta present everything. You never know when there's gonna be a new piece of like dialogue or something like that.
So the grand prize is the title of World's Greatest Confectioner? But you're already known as the greatest in the world. Do you really need to codify it into a title?
It's not about that. Titles are an honor, of course, and it's flattering to be held in such high regard. But I'm in this to test myself. I can't rest on my laurels. An artist needs to grow and keep on growing. That's why I can't ever stop. I'll never stop competing with myself or others.
Oh, and the other thing, I can't remember if I mentioned this when people came, and the other thing we found out, and it was just so casually dropped. He ate some chocolate and he's like, oh, it tastes good. But he also said he hasn't been able to taste any of the prison food, which was stuff like ham sandwiches and stuff like that. So there's something going on with his palate. It might be why he's a confectioner and doesn't cook other stuff. I think he can only taste sweet things.
I see. That's a very admirable attitude.
And my badge.
Thank you for agreeing to represent me.
The set of scales on my badge represents justice and fairness, Mr. Tangaroa. If you truly are innocent, justice will be served.
He does not fulfill that promise.
We will see to it that you get a fair trial. But until then, I'm going to need you to sit tight and trust me.
Oh, there we go. There's the swoop. You see that little thing there? Did you see that, Tiff? I'll take my camera down. There's the swoop we were talking about earlier, Tiff, in his hair. Swoop. There's a little swoop of hair right there. I had to take my camera down so you can see it. I mean, you can kind of see it when the hat's on too, but it's really good there. Tiff, that is the swoop we were talking about. A little bit of a different swoop, but you know what? Sometimes different continuities have different takes on characters. I should read some more in the chat. Ras said, look a bit lower. Mania says, no question mark means no question. Wait, question mark means no question, it seems, huh? Said, my memory is a bit hazy with Devil Summoner. Was the first game on DS with the pink booby lady? Pink booby lady? Ras says, no clue. I had the second game. Vera says, Nov? Right? What? Mania said, dinner's ready. Gotta eat a banana. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you for being here, Mania. I hope your dinner is more than just a banana. Bananas are great, but you need a well-balanced diet. Moonlight said, only 9 minutes? You're doing good tonight, Logan. I'm good, working on dinner right now, nice. I know, this whole week has been sleepy. I think it's gotta be like, spring break stuff or something like that. All right, so here's all the stuff that I read from the raid, so I can scroll down to where we were before. And yeah, there's Nora talking about, Oak talked about accidentally closing out the stream early, and Rast was asking about Devil Summoner 2. And yeah, Tony says yes, Discord, and Oak says Reichstall. Crystal said, hear me out on Tangaroa/HJ. Oak said, what happened while we were gone? And Nora said, no, but I need to raid you. Oh, but I needed to rage. Oh, that's why you start back. Oh, thank you, Nora. That's very sweet of you. Very nice of you. I was just thinking in terms of like your own stream. So that is super nice of you. So thank you very much, Nora. Even if you all just like came in one by one or only a few, I still would have just been happy and excited to see all of you, but I appreciate the raid very, very much. So thank you, Nora. In fact, everybody, let's all say thank you, Ms. Nora. Nora said, yeah, yes, she's fine. Okay, good. Tiff said, aw. Also, to Crystal, I'm listening. Beowulf says, I will ask. And Crystal says, Tangaroa, kinda, ... Tiff says, he's hot. Is that what the ... means? Tiff said, and he's a dad, which is 100% my type. What if somebody's like gonna be a future dad, you know? Actually, both of these are dads, because Gregory's a dad. He's just gonna be a dead dad and beyond soon. Crystal said, he's a DILF. And Oak said, DILF lover Sid. Wow. Let me have a sip of water, and then we'll get back into... Oh, accidentally almost dropped my cap on that water. I will, and I do, thank you. Okay, so now we've presented all of our evidence, so we can finally talk about the contestants. What can you tell me about the contestants who took part in the final round of the contest? Let's see, there was Miss Scone. I loved her design concept. Unfortunately, her entry was in violation of the rules, and so I had to disqualify her. Mr. Gusto's creations were a perfect balance of flavor and design, at least up through the semi-final. But disappointingly, his entry for the final was subpar on both counts. So I wonder if Judy was going around sabotaging the other people, because she clearly went into the room for Artie Frost by herself. And it sounds like, I don't know if that was before or after she found out that he was Paul Halik. I can't remember, they probably said, but regardless, she went in there. Maybe she went around and sabotaged all of them because she wants her dear dad to be seen as the world's greatest confectioner. And so she messed up some of Gusto's stuff, and then maybe she took the other strings from... I don't know, there's something going on here. Which was... It tasted identical to Mr. Frost's. They may have looked different, but I could have sworn I was eating the same thing.
Huh? What exactly did his work look like?
Oh, there should be a photograph back at my mansion.
I'll show it to you later, Mr. Edgeworth.
Much appreciated, Ms. Bound.
But Mr. Frost's entry for the finals, that was truly sublime.
And if he could only taste sweet, he wouldn't have noticed the saltiness in the strings, right?
So you were able to finish judging it? Even though his body had been discovered in the meantime?
Yes, I wasn't aware of what had happened until after I'd completed my assessment. Mr. Frost wasn't in his room when I visited, so I took the liberty of sampling a bit. Part of the liar, I believe.
Okay, so that is, once again, what happened to the other strings, is that he ate them. Although it may be more to it than that, but he didn't taste the saltiness, because he can only taste the sweet.
I'd never tasted anything like it! It was a dream! I was so moved that I burst into song!
Is your main suspect still Judy? Because I have a guess on who it is. No proof, just vibes. Still completely blind, so no idea if I'm right.
Okay, well here's where I'm at right now, and thank you very much for the 10 bits, Tiff. I feel like all the evidence still points to Judy. However, we're only like maybe halfway through this case. And so, Miles Edgeworth in the present is convinced it's her. And the last two cases, every person he thought was the killer halfway through, that'd be Tabby Lloyd and Body Harmer Canis, ended up not being the killer. And the game made it seem like, oh, it's definitely this person, and then it wasn't. And so the game is probably going to do a swerve. It would make perfect sense if it is her. However, in the present day, also when we saw the body face down that had the long hair and looked just like Artie Frost, it's obviously not Artie Frost because his body'd be decomposed after 18 years. And the only other two people in the whole building, as far as we were aware, are Gusto and Bound. And so if the body is Gusto, he'd be wearing a wig, I guess. Or it could be Bound and her hair is just longer and brushed out and put it. So she might be dead in the future. So in that case, the most likely killer would be Gusto, which would work with the fact that he did travel to Zhangfa to study. And I think all of these things have got to tie into what's going on with Zhangfa, the fake assassination attempt, all of those things. So like it would tie into Zhangfa if it's Gusto. But it would also then raise the question of why Gusto exposed himself to the poison gas that was in that room. Unless, how about this? That wasn't, okay, how about the Gusto killed Artie Frost in the past, and Judy Bound thinks that he was the one who did it and that he got away with it. She arranges the whole exhibit with the Zodiac statues to lure Gusto back there, figuring that for some reason he tried to sabotage it, tried to destroy the statues. Knowing that he'd like try and open up the case, she put the frozen half of the poison there. When he heats it up, it drips down. So she set a trap to try and kill him as revenge for killing Artie Frost and for getting her dad arrested and presumably executed. But it failed, and he was able to get out of there before the poison gas killed him completely. And then while we were all investigating, it was just the two of them. She was in the medical place tending to him. Delicia Scone gave him an antidote. So she goes to try and finish him off because he's helpless. He wakes up, sees her, kills her, and for some reason dresses her up like Artie Frost and dumps her in the fountain. There's a lot of stuff I don't quite get, but that's a theory. A game theory. So maybe? Possibly. That's where my brain's at right now. Like I was, up until today, I think, pretty sure it was Judy Bound. But it seems like it's gonna be a swerve. And I think when we go back into the present, we're gonna find out that hers was the body. So yeah, we're gonna go through this and we're gonna get there and it's like, oh, we think it's Judy, but she's the victim. And so it's gotta be somebody else and it's gonna be Gusto. Yeah, that's what I'm going with right now. Who do you think? Who are you basing it on vibes? Tiff, if you don't mind me asking. Thank you very much for the 10 bits. I'll read a couple more comments in the chat. Let's see. Oak said, Twitch asked me to reflect on my actions before sending that. Oh, with the DILF comment there. Tiff says, yeah, Judy, his adopted kid. And Tiff says to Oak, don't reflect on a correct statement. Oak says, we beat the boss. We may have died like 15 times and abused the F out of peaceful mode. That's what it's called, peaceful mode. But we beat the boss and Nanako is safe. Okay, good. Good, because she's adorable. Tiff said, it'd be funny if you present too much dud evidence. He just has a heart attack and dies. I would love it if this game had like more surprise bad endings like that for just goofing off. I would stumble into them headlong and on purpose, but I would love it. Queen Katie said, this is reminding me of the time Logan kept presenting the evidence to Juniper, making her cough so much. Oh, poor Juniper Woods. I hope she travels to the kingdom of Karain and beds Apollo Justice within the holy bonds of matrimony, of course. Okay, I should play a little bit more. I'd never tasted anything like it. It was a dream. I was so moved that I burst into song. I'm sorry, but are you saying that the liar tasted good? Are we going to present the evidence that that shows that Delicia Scone said that it tasted salty and bad? I'm saving just in case we are, because it'd be the right evidence to present, but you never know. The game might be mean. I'd like to hear more about that if you don't mind. I mean, we could present the evidence. We did present the evidence that it tastes bad. See, except for the liar, which was salty. But I don't think he can taste salt. He can only taste sweet. The liar. You're quite sure it was the liar you tasted when you sampled Mr. Frost's work?
I am certain of it. It was part of the Gemini sculpture, which was the only sculpture in that display case.
Mr. Tangaroa, Would you mind taking a look at this photograph for me?
Wait, is he gonna say that the Taurus the bull wasn't there?
So, the part that you tried was the lyre, the one shown here without any strings.
Oh, there were strings originally. That was the part I ate.
So, the strings were missing because Mr. Tangaroa ate them, and he enjoyed them. Ms. Scone told us that she ate part of the lyre as well, but she said it was far too salty for her to finish.
Okay, the game isn't even gonna require any percent of the evidence. He remembers things. I don't need to help him out. Let me take a quick look at our Twitch chat again. Beowulf said, to quote my friend, that depends. How do you want to build your team? Because I recommend this. Have someone who is good with physical in your party, and someone who is good with magic, and someone who is the balanced one. Normally speaking, I represent magic for the Devil Summoner games just in general, because if you have a devil that allows you to attack 2, 3, or 4 squares away, and they can't hurt you because they don't have the ability to hit you if you're far away, then magic is the B. I'm assuming it's cut off and will continue soon. Rat says, go magic, okay. The auction thing in that game sucks. Seriously, it's either I put lots of money in it, or I just put the minimum. Says Tangaroa reminds me too much of Inari. I can see, because he's an artist, but with food, with sweets, instead of with painting stuff. I did enjoy, who was it? Was it Vero who posted the picture in Discord? Someone did a piece of fan art of Futaba showing Yusuke the What Does the Fox Say song, and going like, I don't understand. I've never said any of those things. Tiff said, no, I missed it. Swoop. Oh, wait, you missed it again? I mean, you can kind of see it under the hat. It's this little bit here. I mean, you only see part of the swoop, but it's a little swoop of hair. Vera says, the hair swoop. And Crystal doing some gambling and lost, how many was that? Lost 100,000. Ras says, oh no, that's not good. And then Crystal adds some points. Nora said, had to lurk to do some YouTube stuff. Ooh, that's fancy. I'm a little bit worried. I'm so worried about YouTube. I stress out because I posted a couple of days ago the infamous Kenji Tomochika clip. And already there's people saying some interesting things in the comments. And I just hope the YouTube doesn't flag me for inappropriate stuff, or that like some user tries to like report it as this is an inappropriate joke. And Chris says, oof, wrong format. Raz says, yeah, I have like 600 channel points. And then Raz says, oh, thanks. And Nora with the lurk. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the lurk, Nora. See you when you get back. I should play some game. I should play some game here. But she said it was far too salty for her to finish.
Oh, then it's true. The truth is, I've suspected for a while that there might be something wrong with my sense of taste.
I feel like if you are a professional chef of any stripe, including confectioner, and you suspect there's something wrong with your taste, it'd be pretty easy to find out. Has bro, like, up until this point, never had somebody say, oh, that was salty, don't you agree?
Something wrong? How so exactly?
There's a taste disorder characterized by an inability to detect salty flavors.
See, it's weird that he doesn't know this.
And I suspect I've been suffering from it.
So that's why he couldn't taste the ham sandwiches, because they just taste like salt?
I eat so many sweet foods on a daily basis that it took a while for me to even notice. But there's no denying it now.
That would explain why the food here seemed so bland to him.
Why is she dancing so nervously?
What but your taste buds are your livelihood? Even if there were some long-term treatment option, I highly doubt a total cure for your condition exists. I assume that of every condition and disease and disorder, though. I'm a pessimist when it comes to illness. Nevertheless, you should put in a request to the police for a proper evaluation.
Oh, that won't be necessary. I have a recipe for a cure back at my mansion.
What?
You do?
What?
I do. You can take a look at it for yourself if you like.
What? He's been suspecting just in the back of his head casually. Just, I probably have this. Not gonna check, but I will concoct a cure for it.
Samson, we can't show that the recipe to just anybody. You know it contains human flesh.
Judy, Mr. Edgeworth is hardly just anybody. He's my attorney, and I have no secrets from him. Undo my bow tie, no secrets, unbutton, 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 at all. We're just a couple of dads. A couple of dads taking off our clothes. No secrets between dads.
Yes, you're right, of course, if that is what you wish. What on earth is this secret recipe for a miracle cure that they've been hiding? Well, I suppose I should be getting back. All right, we'll be right behind you. Not because we have to. I just like watching you. Oh, wait, no, crap. No, this is when she's still young. I forgot. It's in the future. It's in the future that she's in the 30s. Never mind. No, not the bad joke. Bad. I'm hitting him in the head. It's a bad joke. Sorry.
Judy.
Yes, Samson? Sorry, I got mixed up as to which timeline we were in again.
There's more to life than just me. If I get convicted and executed, I hope you'll continue to run the mansion. And maybe 18 years from now, hold an exhibit showing Artie Frost's zodiac sculptures.
Oh.
Please, Judy, think about the life you want to live, because I won't always be around.
Don't say that. Without you, I don't have a life to live. So I'll be waiting right here at the mansion until you come home. Now, if you'll excuse me, not because I'm leaving, I once again to Ted.
Whew. She was leaving because of the thrust of it. It had a lot of push.
Wait, Miss Bound!
Judy!
Whoa, she seemed really upset. I thought I saw tears in her eyes. Why'd you even say all that to her?
Because I worry about her. She can't keep putting my needs ahead of her own.
What do you mean?
The Halik collection! The candy making! It's all because she thinks these things will make me happy!
Oh.
She never thinks about what she wants, what she likes. I just want her to be her own person and to choose her own destiny. The last thing I want is for her to miss out on all that life has to offer because of me.
Let me read some comments in the chat then. Hang on. Let's see, Rask doing some gambling, saying, lol, Nor with the unlurk, said when Rise literally brings me back to life after I die, heart. Chris says, Nanako's adorable. Oh, please, Logan, you literally bully her. Okay, so here's the thing, Crystal. I admit that maybe the reason I want to make sure that Nora saved Nanako is because if she died in the dungeon, we wouldn't be able to bully her anymore. So, Crystal, don't let the cat out of the bag. Oak says, natural dang, I keep getting the best quotes. Oh, you pulled 253 randomly. Wow. Oak says, holy crap. Nora said, is Vero here? I'm making tacos. Vero was here before. I'm not sure if Vero is still here, but maybe. Vero's also been doing some art and doing some drawing. Nora says, I was giving Oak access to my YouTube channel. Hear that, Oak? You can post whatever you want there now. Quickita said, look, gonna nab some ice cream for a bit. Nice. And then Oak says to Nora, oh, and thank you for the lurk, Quickita. Oak says to Nora, low-key a terrible idea on your behalf because giving channel permissions to a random person on the internet is a bad idea. But I pinky promise I won't do anything weird. I'll probably just post my edited shorts. And Nora said it would just be easier. Batty Bound, is that you? Nora, no. Batty Bound is in the future bound. This is underage bound. Oh, I guess you're a minor too, so okay, you guys, whatever. Anyway, let's play a little bit more of the game here.
I guess that makes sense.
He really does see her as his own child. I should remind him that he found her on a doorstep and did not birth her out of his man womb. What parent wouldn't want their child to walk their own path? And what parent wouldn't do everything they could to protect them? Oh, I should spend some time with little Miles later. Perhaps in an elevator. Oh, elevator rides are wonderful fun. Nothing bad ever happens in an elevator. I know exactly how he feels in this moment. I think I've asked of you everything I can for now, Mr. Tangaroa. We should be getting back to the scene of the crime.
Oh, you're leaving, I see. I suppose I'll be going back to the interrogation room for another session.
Ah, yes, we'll have to do something about that whole torture, the cruel and unusual punishment you're experiencing. I'll check on it later, probably.
Hi Logan, I hope you
Hey!
know you said something like for a second it caused spoiler chat to go wild for a good 15 minutes.
Wait, what?
Don't overthink everything you said previously though, just wanted you to know that you can be smart a lot of times.
Wait, what? I've not. What did I do? I said that Judy Bound farted and it propelled her out of the room. Okay. So thank you, Vero. I have no idea what it was, but okay. So, and Vero, well, someone was just asking for you. Was it Nora who was asking for you, or Oak? Someone was just asking for you, Vero. But thank you so much for the 10 bits. Part of me is so delighted that you guys have so much fun in that spoiler chat, but part of me is like, will never stop being a little bit jealous that I can't see what's going on in there. But obviously I can't, because it would spoil everything. And I also can't when the game is done, because it'll be then the spoiler chat for a different game. But I hope you're all having fun. Okay, so I shouldn't think about what it was. But I don't know. But thank you very much, Vero. I appreciate that. Let's play a little bit more of the game, and then I'll read some more in the chat. Oh, hang on. There's another couple of comments over on YouTube. Excuse me. Opinion says, one of the best parent-child dynamics in AA, and it's never even directly said they're parent and child. They hurt my heart so much. They are sweet, and I like that he cared, that they do both genuinely seem to care about each other. So I'm hoping then that I was wrong earlier and that she's not the murderer. Because if she was the murderer, either she'd be pinning the blame on him, which would be an awful betrayal and probably not a good parent-child dynamic, or I guess maybe that she didn't frame him and Manfred just planted the evidence, decided he wanted to get a conviction on somebody. I'm still gonna go with the idea that I was probably wrong about that and that it was probably Gusto, but I'm still not sure. We'll see. But thank you, Opinion. Ah, yes, we'll have to do something about that with the Gala! Raid with a party of 4. This is our 3rd raid tonight. Vero, now that you're back here, and did I thank you for the 10 bits earlier? Thank you for those 10 bits. In case I didn't, would you be so kind to do a quick shout out for Galp, and then once again give me an opportunity to have some water because I'm still thirsty. Oh, you're playing Wuthering Waves.
No, it's all done. Clocks, people, clocks.
Oh, is this Phasmophobia?
What clock? Where are the clocks? Where are the clocks?
On the walls.
That is where clocks often are. Well, sometimes they're on nightstands. How was your stream, Gallop? Okay, hi Raiders. I'm trying to do better about remembering to do this when there's raids. Oh, there's another clip.
Jesus.
And it's more Phasmophobia.
Scared.
Or a similar such ghost hunting game.
I'm trying to do the puzzle and it's some spawn inside of me.
Was it Grandma?
I think it was. Stick a piss out of me.
Problem has been so long since. Oh, those are ponies.
Really slow.
It's been so long since I played Phasmophobia. I don't know if that's still stuff from them because those look like new devices. Maybe it's a similar game. But yeah, I'm trying to remember about doing this for every raid now. So Raiders, hi, my name is Logan. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Currently alternating between this game, Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit, and Metaphor Refantasio, a JRPG from the makers of Persona. However, this upcoming week, our next stream, in fact, oh crap, and I'm still not prepared for it. I still got so much work to do for it. I hope everything will be ready. We have a very special stream coming up on Tuesday. I'm going to mention a little bit about it tomorrow on Discord because every Monday is our schedule day, and so I'll post a little bit about it on Discord. And so feel free to check that out. Oh, I see there's a raider from Galp. I scroll down to the bottom where the raid was. Most hated ghost said, how did I even get here? Most hated ghost, that's the problem. It's like when you're a ghost, sometimes you don't get to pick where you haunt. It just happens like this. No, there was a raid. I assume you were watching Galp Crush's stream, and then Galp raided over here, and you came with the raid. And so now I'm here, and we're playing some Ace Attorney, which I don't know if that's even a game that you like. But I don't know, if you're a most hated ghost, like how did you find out? Is there like a competition? Was there a ranking? But thank you very much. Oh, wait. And someone is saying Streamlabs is down? Hang on, I gotta check see if my Streamlabs bot is down. And because things apparently aren't working. Let me check this real quick. And let me scroll here. Yeah, Vera saying is Streamlabs down. Oak says, wait, you post clips on TikTok? How do I not know this? Oh, to Queen Katie. Vera said, or is it my internet? Queen Katie said, yes. Haven't posted in many months, but yes. Oak says, think internet. Most hated ghost said, that's a good one, not gonna lie. Oh, and Vera said, yep, fixed. Oak says, it works for me. Okay, yes, because it looks like it's on for me. So I'm gonna, okay, here's the other thing I should let you know, most hated ghost. I do read every comment in chat. I'm sometimes behind. I'm not too behind tonight, but I'm gonna scroll back up to where I was before the raid happened. And then I'll keep, if you're here with the raid, like most hated ghost, you seem like a delightful ghost. I feel like the hate is probably a bit overblown. If you wanna stick around and hang out, feel free to do so. If you're like, this isn't Gallup, I don't wanna be here anymore, I'm not gonna force you to stay. You can do whatever you want. I trust you. I trust your judgment. But I'm gonna scroll back up to where I left off, and then we're gonna play a little bit, and I'll read some more in the chat, and we'll just alternate like that back and forth.
Ah, yes, we'll have to do something about that.
You'll speak to the police for me.
That too, but I'll be putting something else in place as well. An ace up our sleeve for when the time comes.
I look forward to learning more. I'm counting on you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, we'll be back to brief you, Mr. Tangaroa, every day. And Judy, too.
Thank you, Eddie. I look forward to it.
Mr. Tangaroa, your interrogator will do everything in his power to extract a confession from you. I hate to see an innocent man suffer like this. Bow, if Tiff's still here, there's the swoop, and it's gone. But please, you have to do everything you can to hold out. If you can't, Mr. Von Karma will use that confession against you for as long as this case lasts.
Well, to be fair, to be totally fair, if an accused, a suspect, whatever word you want to use, confesses, a prosecutor should use that confession as evidence. I mean, if it was inappropriately obtained, then of course, blah, blah, blah. But if it's like a confession, he'd be a fool not to. But yeah, let me actually read some chat because I am getting a bit behind here. See, Ras says, why is there a bunch of time jumps? Last stream you were playing in the present detective, and now you're playing as his father. How does that work? Because the current case in the present is related to this one in the past. So we're going back and forth. We started with the flashback, and then went to the present, and then we're in the flashback. So it's just like, it's like you ever watched the TV show Lost? It's like that. This chapter is like the TV show Lost, except we're not on a supernatural island. Magpie says, I too just be like that. Oak said, just remember Duolingo 4 minutes before midnight. Oh, you gotta hurry. Said Twitch updated again. Bro, I have so many VODs to catch up on. What is happening? Nora said, bound. And Oak with a clip. Oh, is this our first clip of the night? This is actually kind of late into the stream to be getting the first clip. So if anyone's lurking or does not know the deal, whenever someone posts a clip into the chat, we will load it up on Clip Viewer to watch together. And so let me see how far behind I'm. See, I'm only 10 minutes behind. 11. I'm doing so good. Crap, it's titled Logan Makes More Fart Jokes. See, this is what I thought that maybe Vera was talking about. I was hoping to be something really clever, I said, but it's gonna be a fart joke.
Now, if you'll excuse me, not because I'm leaving, I once again to Ted.
Whew. She was leaving because of the thrust of it. It had a lot of push. Basic Newtonian physics, okay? For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. That is how we're able to send rockets to the moon, is by that principle. But thank you very much, Oak, for the clip. Quicket says, on Lurk, turns out I got the last ice cream, so... I got the last ice cream, so I got chips instead. Ah, you're having some salty. I could go for ice cream, but I know I'm trying to cut down on having snacks this late at night. Nora said, I am also a child. Oak said, what is Logan doing? Why is he so caught up? Who is this imposter? It's been that way this whole week, Oak. I don't know if maybe it's because of like spring break or something like that. But yeah, this whole week I've been very caught up with chat. Nora said, my power was out for like an hour earlier. Ras says, very eepy chat today. I could talk about things if people want. Vera says, he says this, but he did protect Miles with everything he could. Okay, yeah, that is true. But I mean, at the same time, maybe what Miles really needed was a father who could like breathe and stuff. Because like Von Karma was not a good dad. In case we did not catch on with that. Anyway, let's play a little bit more and then I'll read some more of the chat in a minute. If you can't, Mr. Von Karma will use that confession against you for as long as this case lasts. And it will make it that much harder for me to save you.
I understand. I'll try.
I don't think he's gonna succeed. I think he's gonna confess. They're probably gonna like threaten Judy or something like that. Next time we see him, he won't just be gray, he'll be bald. He'll have lost all of his hair. I won't give up until you're out of there, Mr. Tangaroa. You have my word on that. Or if I die in an elevator, you know, either. Goodbye.
December 25th, 11:03 a.m. Contest venue, fountain room.
It's sad that they all have to work on Christmas. Detective Bad, thank you again for what you did earlier. Yeah, thanks a ton.
What are you talking about? Don't say it in front of the fellas here. I am not friends with you.
There's no need to be shy about it.
Tisk. Never mind that now. I'm guessing you two are back here, looking to investigate some more.
Was that an imposter Bad back there who delivered the chocolate? Was it someone like really convincingly disguised as him? And he slipped something into the chocolate? Something that'll make him like more easy to convince to give a confession? Are we gonna have a master of disguise? No, we've already had a master of disguise in one of ththese games. We don't need to have another master of disguise, except we do know that it's possible for someone to be that convincing of an impostor. Because that was odd. That was weird. You got to admit that was weird. At first, I just thought that, yeah, he didn't want to be told that in front of the guys, like, because he's got his other forensics guys here. I'm going to take a big swing. I'm going to say that wasn't Bad back at the police station. That was an imposter, and he did something to the chocolate. We are indeed. We'll need something solid if we're going to save Mr. Tangaroa, because that was the whole thing also when he was there. We asked, he was like, oh, I just happened to be here. Just happened to. That was suspicious. That was very suspicious.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but apart from this room, the whole place is on lockdown.
What? But we need to see those other rooms.
This is Mr. Von Karma's doing, I presume.
Who else? Haven't seen the autopsy report yet either. Guy's probably got a hand in that too.
So again, I think there's gonna be some poison in Artie Frost's system. So he got hit on the head, but he was also poisoned. He was spiked with something.
Man, don't expect to speak with anybody except us cops and Ms. Bound. Everybody else is gone, and I doubt Von Karma will be handing out phone numbers.
Oh, is this all just a game to him? Why does he have to go so far?
So, what's your plan of action, detective?
Same as before. Do what I can to help you uncover the truth, like I promised.
You have my gratitude. Oh, I bow to you so many times.
Just you wait, Mr. Von Karma. We're gonna beat you and your bag of dirty tricks. And I don't mean defeat you. We're gonna beat you. We're gonna use violence.
Detective, may we conduct a brief investigation of the area?
Oh, sure. But like I said, everywhere else is off bound. You probably won't be seeing those rooms again.
That's fine, as long as there's at least some way of continuing our investigation, we'll make do.
I thought that the formula or whatever was in his room, so maybe it'll be here somewhere. I'm gonna read a couple more comments in the chat. Oh, by the way, we're 2.5 hours into the stream at this point, so now is a good time to start keeping an eye out for raid suggestions for later on. Let's see, Vera says, I love you, Gregory. Oak said, did Tangaroa always have white hair? No, he just, like, overnight, it went stark white. And like I said before, that can happen to a person because of stress. Apparently happened to my grandfather on my mom's side. I never met him, he passed away before I was born. But there was an incident where a family member had a terrible car accident. But the hair that's already on your head doesn't turn white. It's just the roots and everything grows out white. So I don't know what happened there. Nora says, Vero! And Oak says, Vero the goat. Nora said, Vero, I need to talk to you. Go to Discord. Oak says, yes, that's what caused the commotion. Bound killed them with her big farts. Well, it was poison gas that almost got gusto. So just saying. Vera said, good, you shouldn't have any idea. Quickett said, fun fact, because apparently you learned about this while I was gone getting ice cream. The guide I used for this game literally put a link about hypojuicia in that part. It's so cool for them to do. Is that the thing that he was talking about the inability to taste salt? But he's got a cure for it, apparently, just like hanging out at his mansion. Oak said, maybe after we finish every game ever, then we can give you the spoiler chat. And then I'll just spend like years scrolling through and reading the whole thing. It'll probably take me forever just to get up to the top of it. Oak said, or maybe make separate spoiler chats for each game. I mean, I guess, but that'd probably be really inconvenient for all you guys. Queen Kitty says, also, Logan, don't worry, it wasn't as bad as that one time you said redacted and redacted for Persona 3. I feel like that's your biggest guess your streaming life so far. I don't know, I feel like in Dual Destiny, except that was later on in the game. Well, no. One of the first words out of my mouth in Dual Destinies upon meeting a certain character was, I hope this character doesn't blah, blah, blah. And I was just kind of being facetious about it, and it turned out to be, yeah, it was sad. Oak said, that way we can add some people who otherwise wouldn't be there because of spoilers. Oh, that is a good point. And there, I got to the point where Gallop's raid was. So see, I'm slowly getting caught up to the chat here. I'll keep playing some more. That's fine, as long as there's at least some way of continuing our investigation, we'll make do. That's right, we'll make do. We'll make do. Haha, another poop joke just when you thought they were all done. That's right, 2 in one night. Contest venue, fountain room. All right, so let's also save before we begin this investigation, because that's just good to do, just periodically. Interview with Mr. Tangaroa. No, we're past the interview with Mr. Tangaroa. We're now investigating the fountain room. Okay, so can we talk to Fender? You got anything to say, Fender? A moment of your time, Eddie. Oh, sure thing, Mr. E. What's up? Can we present things to him? Will he have fun stuff to say if we show him his Scone's statement? Oh, this looks like a vital piece of evidence. Let me just take a note. I was hoping you might have an opinion to offer. Sorry, Mr. E. It's gonna take me a while to digest this. Both he and his notes still have a long ways to go, I suppose. Is he gonna do that every time I present something? Oh, darn it, he has something actually to say here. Hard to believe they're made from flavored ice. They're certainly very impressive works, but there's something about them that makes me uncomfortable. But what is it? I just can't shake the feeling that something is wrong here. Okay, so something's wrong with the sculptures? Let's take another closer look at them. I mean, I still don't know why he's holding an arrow or whatever, but I don't know a whole lot about the myth behind the twins of Gemini. I mean, I said before, this really doesn't look that much like a bull. Oh, Vero with a pin message saying, Vero added permitted term. He's a DILF. Well. That is good that is permissible here, apparently. Okay, let's keep going here. Something that makes you uncomfortable. Oh, I get it. I guess it does seem like a waste to eat something so pretty, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Except they're not cookies! And they didn't crumble! They melted not long after Miss Scone and Mr. Tangaroa sampled them! Oh, that was a joke, Mr. E! Alright, Polaroid camera. Looks like a vital piece of evidence. Crumble. Oh, that's so hard to eat paper like this, but we're probably gonna eat more. Oh, I'm gonna keep eating more paper. Crumble. Oh man, I hope my notebook runs out of pages. Why do I have to keep eating these? Oh, Miss Scone sure had some amazing gimmicks to help make her work stand out, huh? Yes, sadly, they were all in flagrant violation of the rules. She said she loves stuff like that. Her trinkets, I think she called them. Pillows that light up, dresses that light up, sunglasses that light up. They're supposed to be super relaxing. See, chat, light mode is super relaxing. Chat. They don't sound very relaxing to me. Well, you're dead.
Gregory, so it doesn't matter. Oh crap, that's the same thing. It's because another one of her gimmicks. But that was the gimmick murder weapon, so we gotta skip through that. The key!
It looks like a vital piece of evidence. Oh man, my stomach is really starting to hurt. No man should eat this much paper. Oh my goodness. Oh, please stop. I don't need this much fiber. Oh, my poop's gonna be floating so well. I wouldn't mind having a tea set this fine for myself.
Sorry, Eddie. I wish we had something nicer at the office than bitter, old coffee. My tea-making efforts are focused on the home. My son is something of a fan, you see.
Oh, don't get me wrong, Mystery. I love your coffee. Blacker than a moonless night. Hotter and more bitter than heck itself. Oh boy, I'm starting to sound like Godot, who I assume is someone who will exist in the future. Oh, that coffee, it's strong, so strong.
Perhaps I should bring some tea into the office too. All right, anything else? Dead body.
Oh, dead body is probably a vital piece of evidence too. Oh, why are there still so many pages on my notebook? Oh, it's a vital piece of evidence. Oh, my stomach really hurts. I feel like I'm bleeding inside. Why am I... Okay, that's it, right? That's it. Everything is just the attorney's badge. You probably already presented that to me. Oh, real attorney's badge. I have one of my own one day. Just you wait and see.
Well, just remember that the scales represent justice and fairness. It's not enough to simply wear the badge. Your job is to prove yourself worthy of wearing it.
Yes, sir.
And I should make sure to set a worthy example. Okay, well, I guess that was a fun little diversion. I enjoyed it. Santa Claus! Reindeer! Oh, snowman! Orphan! Soon to be orphan. You're not an orphan yet, Judy. Not yet, but you will be. You will be when your dad, well, you were actually when you were left on the doorstep, but you will be again. So you know what, good news, once he's executed, you already have experience with being an orphan. So you're well prepared. Anyway, see ya. I'm gonna go talk to Santa Claus. Santa. A Santa Claus statue. Is this made of candy too? Oh, wait, quick, get the pin message, like, actually talk to Eddie. He has fun dialogue. Okay, after Santa Claus, we'll talk to him. I just wanted to torture him, but maybe that's just me. And there's some more messages over on YouTube. Opinion says, gosh, I can't read the words make do without thinking of country girls make do? I actually don't know what that is. That's gotta be a song, right? So the question is, did Godot get the phrasing from Eddie? Well, I mean, because there's obviously some kind of connection between all these characters going through with like Mia and everything. So maybe? I'm gonna headcanon yes, somehow. Said, did Eddie mentor Diego? This has been haunting me. Yes, I'm gonna say yes. Can we just, yes, let's headcanon that. That's gotta be the implication, right? Opinion says, how old is Diego actually? I just realized I don't know. Ooh. Well, that's a good question. I am not sure. I'm assuming that at this point in time, he's got to be a little bit younger than Eddie is. Maybe he's like another intern at Edgeworth & Co. law offices, perhaps? Actually, let me read some Twitch chat as well, as I got to where the raid happened. So I can scroll down. There's where Most Hated Ghost showed up. Gallop said, that's how a raid works. Most Hated Ghost says to Gallop, it's been 2 years since I used a Twitch. Feels a bit confusing. It's like when you dig up an old video game that you haven't played in that long and you can't remember the controls. So totally understandable. Oak says, yeah, Logan made a fart joke earlier, so we forgive you if you leave. Queen Kitty says, Oak, about my TikTok, should be the same name as my Twitch. If you like my old cringe TikToks, do reshare them, please. Oak says, I will. Most Hated Ghost. Can I call you, what'd be short for that? Most Hated? Most Ghost? Something like that? Says, honestly, I love your energy. I don't know why. Oh, thank you. Are you still here? Most Hated Ghost? Thank you so much. I hope that, like, you weren't complimenting me and then it took me so long to respond that you left. But thank you. That is so nice of you. Thank you. Oh, Vera says, Godot was born in 1985 and Eddie was born around 82, 83. Okay, so Eddie is a little bit older, so he's a teenager right now. But he's also like the perfect age to be a Maya or a Kay,
for that age group. But again, thank you, Most Hated Ghost. I appreciate that. And thank you for that information in the pinned message, Vero. Nora says, does anyone here have a Roku TV? I used to have, way back before I got a smart TV, I had a Roku stick that I would like plug into to my TV to watch stuff on there. But that was like years ago though. I think the last time I used it was on a small TV. I can't remember which streaming service. Have you seen they've got like cat TV? It's like TV shows for your cat, TV shows in quotes. I think Amazon used to have them, but I think they might charge for it now. I can't remember. But it'll just be footage of like, here's a tree stump that we sprinkled some birdseed on, so birds will come and land and squirrels will come up. My cat freaking loved those things. It was so cute because it was on this tiny, tiny little TV screen that I can't remember how or where we got, but I'd set it on the ground and put it on, and like a bird would fly off the screen and she'd like run around behind the TV to try and find where it went. So adorable. Oak says, Logan is lovely. Oh, lonely. Corrected. Got my hopes up there. Vera said, butterfly effect. Nora says to Vera, hey, you check Discord. Oak says, Logan trying really hard to justify the fart joke. Oak says to Most Hated Ghost, oh, also for new person, quote 253. There's, okay. We're talking about the holes when you pull out teeth. Most Hated Ghost says, I mean, we all have holes. If there's a hole, there's a goal. That's one way of putting it. Wow. I'm sure that's probably like a common saying, but I've never heard that before. I'm just an innocent little guy. Oak said, so true. And then Oak says, wonderful first impressions. Great quotes. What's the other one? 328. Oh, he's trying to bone us. These are not. Wow. Nora says to Vero, sent you in progress. Joy. Vero salutes. Most Hated Ghost said, why do I feel like the detective is a domestic abuser IRL? He's got a very intense aura. I think part of it is the way that he'll constantly go like, and like reach into his coat like he's pulling out a gun or something. Usually when people do that, it makes me a little uneasy. Let's see, over on YouTube Opinion says, it's not a song. Look it up in your own time. Country girls make do. Okay, here's the question. Opinion. Is this something I would be allowed to look up at work? Or would it get somebody fired for looking that up at work? Because I worry about things like that. So sometimes it can maybe sound innocent, and then you Google it, and it's gross. But all right, let's play a little bit more. A Santa Claus statue. Is this made of candy too?
That door leads to Tangaroa's room, so yeah, could be he made that thing too.
Speaking of Santa, that reminds me. I still need to find a present for Miles. It's too late. It is Christmas morning. He already woke up and saw nothing under the tree, Gregory. What is wrong? Yesterday was almost Christmas. That meant it was not Christmas. Now it's Christmas. That means it is Christmas, Gregory. He wanted an attorney's badge. Well, once you're dead, you won't be using yours anymore. I wonder if Mr. Tangaroa would make one out of candy for me if I asked. I don't know if he can do that in prison. Okay, Queen Katie asked to actually talk to Fender. Because he's filling the role of usually when you don't know what to do, you talk to him and he'll give you a hint. But let's just see. And plus we get to enjoy the Eddie music, his theme here. About the incident. Do you have any thoughts on the case?
Oh, you bet I do! Mr. Tangaroa's amazing display of being used to store the body. Miss Stone's beautiful dreamscape being used to store the murder weapon. We're really seeing some beautiful things being used for ugly purposes in this case, huh?
I suppose we are.
And to make things worse, Miss Bound seems super down.
When I asked if you had any thoughts on the case, I was thinking more about useful insights.
Oh, sorry, Mr. E. Did I do something wrong?
I worry about you sometimes, Eddie.
Oh, why, yes, because of the paper eating. I would say, Eddie Fender, you just ask you about yourself, bro.
How are you liking your first crime scene investigation, Eddie?
Oh, okay, so this is... Did we already know this was his first? I feel sad if his first one was also Gregory's last. I was hoping they'd have like a bunch of adventures together.
Oh, it's great. I've been taking notes about everything, and I'm learning so much. I'm so happy you let me tag along, Mr. Edgeworth.
So, you want to be an attorney, huh?
Oh, you bet I do. I'd give anything to be a hero of justice, to help the helpless and fight for what's right. Oh, the first time I saw Mr. E do his thing in court, I knew I'd found my calling.
You know, cops look out for people too.
Sure. Yeah, but I want to be an attorney.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you.
I get the feeling Detective Bad might be pining for an apprentice of his own.
All right, there we go. We did as Queen Katie asked. We talked to him. Is the drums look like cakes and cookies? Well, okay, are these ones up here, are these supposed to be Oreos or are they ice cream sandwiches? I can't tell.
There's a drum set here decorated to look as if it were made out of cakes. They must play it on Bacon Bop. Detective, about these drums.
We already checked. There's nothing inside any of them. And no sign of anything having been put inside or taken out either. They're not relevant to the case.
Oh, a pinned message. Fan translation quote. I asked you, oh, this is probably Gregory saying this. I asked you to note, not dote. Greg to Eddie, surely not about anybody at all. Surely not a certain ... Judy duty. Duty. It does make me hope that she is not the dead body in the fountain in the present day. I think it might be, though, because if she survives and is not a murderer, maybe the two of them could, like, go on a date or something, perhaps, maybe. An opinion over there says, no, maybe not if you saw it out of the corner of your eyes. There's no, I'll say junk, but That makes me worried that you're, like, qualifying. It's like, well, there's no private parts, but I'm very concerned about what you're trying to get in my Google search history opinion. Let's see, I'll read a couple more comments in the chat. Let's see, Oak says to most hated ghost, bad. Maybe I can call you Ghost for short. Do we have any other ghosts in the chat? I think you might be our first ghost. Nah, the other guy with the thing in his mouth. Oh yeah, that is bad, right? Yeah, because he's got the little lollipop stick sticking out of his mouth. Nora with some raid suggestions. Saying Quiche. Oh, I like Quiche. I feel like when we raid Quiche, I always want to make sure that we have like a lot of people for her because she is like a great VTuber. And she recently reached 1,000 followers, everybody. And the other one will copy down as well. So thank you very much for those raid suggestions, Nora. I appreciate it. Just copied those over. There we go. Oak says, I was actually considering about a spoiler chat Discord server because then we could have more people and designated channels for games, but that might actually cause it to lose some of its charm. Oh, that is true as well. Nora said, today I watched a video of someone who met someone on Valorant, but they knew each other prior from college and they just reconnected because of Valorant and ... now they're married. I love the sweet stories like that. I remember seeing one, and I don't know how many of these are true, but there's one where this guy who looked he was a bit odd looking. I'm kind of nerdy, a really weak chin, not like, throw up inside of your mouth ugly or anything like that, but he looked a little bit odd, a little bit awkward. And he had posted a picture of himself on, I think it was on Twitter, and saying something basically like, what it's like being, living life as an ugly man or something like that, something referencing the fact that he was unattractive. And some attractive girl, commented and saying like, hey, I actually think you're kind of cute, NGL, or something like that. And then like fast forwarded to another post like 2 years later or something like that. And there's a picture of the two of them getting married. And it's like, that's so sweet. I want that to happen to me. But it doesn't. And Nora said, and they're so cute. Said, okay, well, they're engaged. I don't know if they're married yet. Oak said, don't worry, he's just a dilf. And there's where Vera had to allow it. And Nora said, I'm eating tacos right now. Vera added, permitted term, he's just a dilf. Most Hated Ghost said, what's the game even called? Feels like I've seen it before. This is Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. So it's a spin-off game, the second in the series of spin-off games from the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney games. So if you've ever seen memes online with Phoenix Wright where he's like, objection! And then Edgeworth where he's the prosecutor and he's like, objection. So this guy here that we're playing right now is Gregory Edgeworth. We're in a flashback. He's Edgeworth's father. So Edgeworth in the present day is a prosecuting attorney, but in the past, Gregory Edgeworth is a defense attorney. And so the investigations games, which are the spin-off games, are where you play as Edgeworth, who is like the rival against Phoenix Wright in the first game. And so, yeah, it's a whole thing. But so you may have seen, so maybe the art style seems familiar because of that. But yeah, so it's a spin-off from Ace Attorney, but I'm assuming chat probably already explained that. Oak said, Ace Attorney, this one specifically is AA Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. Vera says, this game. Moonlight says, by the way, Logan, thanks for the help with the Duolingo quest. I think I'll choose you whenever it gives me the option. Thank you. Moonlight, I appreciate you doing like a whole bunch, because like the first day I'm like, okay, I'll do a couple of lessons. And then I check back the next day and you had done like 5 or 6. I'm like, oh, well, this is easy. Let's just finish this off tonight. So thank you, Moonlight. Quickgated said, Eddie is like a horse eating those papers. And then Quickgated said, that's an actual Godot quote. That's a callback, call forward. I love it. It's great. It is so good. And I like opinions headcanon that I think we should all adopt. That at some point, Eddie said that to Godot. Because I mean, it makes sense considering their backstories. Let's see, Opinion over on YouTube is saying, for some reason, Country Girls Make Do has registered to me as an image everybody has seen, and it gets really weird every time I'm reminded that that is not true, actually. Okay, so it's just a picture, so it's not like, for some reason I thought it was like gonna be a video or something like that. Country Girls Make Do. Tell you what, if I'm feeling brave later, I might look it up. We shall see. I just worry. I worry my light mode sensitive, my light mode loving eyes might be too innocent for such scandalous stuffs. And Vera said, ha, that Godot reference. And Most Hated Ghost says, oh, Quickgated said, man, oh, my camera died. My camera blorped out. What's happening? Can you guys still hear me? I don't think the stream is dying yet. Oh crap, we're almost to the 3-hour mark. How is that possible? Well, the camera's dying. I'm assuming it'll come back in a moment. Let me see if there's anything I can close out in the background. Actually, a lot of stuff is struggling right now. Let me see. Oh, everything's frozen. I think Streamlabs just crashed. No. OBS, I mean, not Streamlabs. Okay, no, it's good. It's still there. I'm so used to saying Streamlabs. OBS, it just like blorped out of existence and then reappeared. Am I still live? I hope I'm still live. Let's finish this dialogue of talking the drum set, and then I'll read some more in the chat. We'll see if there are the raid suggestions, and we'll either raid or I might already be offline. We will find out together. Because yeah, everything just suddenly froze for a minute there.
No sign of anything having been put inside or taken out either.
Oh, thank you, Toilet Duck. So that means, oh, and I probably should save, in fact, in case everything crashes. That means that I'm still getting alerts, so I'm still live, right? Thank you, Vero, for Toilet Duck. But once again, we are almost at 3-hour mark, so if there are more raid suggestions, we've got a couple already. You've already done your homework, I see.
And I may look...
I gotta breathe for a second. Also, I've been talking way too much. Whew, there we go.
I may like lollipops a little too much, but I'm no sucker. Yeah. All right, now, okay.
I mean, I guess it's better than a blow pop joke. Now I'll read some more in the chat. Let's see. Queen Katie says, man, Eddie's gonna have a rough time in the bathroom later on. Said, Logan, please talk to Eddie. Like, actually talk to Eddie. He has fun dialogue. I had an entire fan translation quote ready. I just want to know what they did for the official English version, because what I have is very funny. Oh, my camera's dying again. I'm just gonna keep reading while my camera's going in and out. We're probably gonna have to figure out who we're raiding soon, because my computer's dying. Nora said, I think I overstuffed my taco. I can't close my taco. Is it hard shell or soft shell? Because I feel like if it's hard shell, that's not that big of a deal. Let's see, there was a pinned message there. Magpie said, oh, Almost Hated Ghost! You're still here, thank you so much for the follow! I hope that means that you haven't regretted stumbling upon here when you got sucked in for the raid. I really appreciate it. I'm just invisible right now, but I'm gonna try and let my computer breathe while I read some more comments in the chat. Thank you so much, Most Hated Ghost. Thank you. I'm gonna try closing down this and see if that helps anything. And, okay, and I can't close that. Well. Okay. I think I've seen, a lot of things are freezing on my computer, so I'm just gonna, again, read chat real quick. My apologies, you cannot see me right now. Did we have a pinned message that says, oh, sorry, Logan's camera is having problems? Okay, yeah, my computer is saying that Steam is not responding, and I should end this process. If I close Steam, though, will that kill the game? I really don't know how Steam... Oh, crap. Did I accidentally click Discord? That's going to launch now. I'm not good at this. There we go. Thank you, Vero, for the pin message. I really appreciate that. Magpie said, had one, but Roku's are terrible, lol. Lurk, working on Nora's shorts real quick, still watching through... Was still watching, though. Nora said, I just need help. How do I find a remote? It's lost in the depths of my room. I think it fell into the void. Moonlight with a timestamp 2:46. Oak with a clip. I'm going to copy this down. I don't think I'm going to be able to load it up the clip viewer right now because everything is frozen. But thank you very much for the clip, Oak. I will at least check it out afterward. But I don't know if I can show it right now because everything is dead. Thank you. Nora said, oh, today, Logan, I said this at stream. I don't think you heard me, but I said, Logan, a 7-year-old is less lonely than you. I'm talking about Nanako. And she said, I'm not alone. Nora said, I think you left by the time I said that. I was probably like off either stuffing my face with last minute dinner or scrambling to get the stream ready. I'm sorry. I said almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Quickett said, captions, well, once you're dead, you won't be using ears anymore. Nora said, I mean, true. Krista with some more raid suggestions. Oh, crap. My chat is frozen. My chat is completely frozen. Am I still live? Can you guys still hear me? Oh, come on. Come on. You know, I think I'm just gonna have to copy these over manually because, there we go. Hang on, I'm typing these down, so it's gonna take some time. And... Hey, what happened? Okay, I heard it. That's a sound alert. That means that we're probably still live. Probably. Oh, yeah, I can click things again. Is my camera coming back? I am so sorry that I'm having all these I mean, better now at the end of stream. The only downside is that all these technical problems are probably chasing away all the lurkers who'd be hanging out for the raid. Because I always want to make sure that when we're doing a raid that we're sending like a good number of people to whomever we raid. So, but if these continue, it may become physically impossible for us to do a raid. We will see how it goes. I'm going to assume that my computer just suddenly decided to do another virus scan in the middle of the stream, which, by the way, I know that Oak had said on Discord how to disable that automatic thing, but I couldn't get your instructions to work because it's like, go to this page in the settings, and I couldn't even find that. But I'll just keep reading chat because I assume you guys can hear me. Quickett said, fan translation, quote, oh, there we go. And Nora says, duty. Yeah, I cannot scroll up on anything. Yeah, that is, oh, yep, I cannot see chat anymore. So, here's what we're gonna do. I think we just need to wind down for the night because I cannot access the chat window to type in to do a raid. So, chat, hi. We're gonna just wind down for the night because everything is crashing and dying. Oh, and Vero, thank you so much for posting over on YouTube saying this. Yeah, because Opinion is saying the stream is falling apart. You're still live. Vera said, please hold for Logan's messages. Having technical difficulties with the camera right now, but we're reading chat until it's back. I can't even see chat anymore. It is completely frozen. So I think the stream is dead. So we're gonna have to just close out. Oh crap, I can't even click on OBS. OBS is dead. Can I click ending? I see that there's a TTS saying Logan just took his schizophrenia meds. That's why he can't see us anymore. I saw that appear on the screen. I can't even close out of OBS. I'm gonna try and bring up Task Manager. Okay, so chat. I'm gonna let you guys know some stuff before we do wind down because this may take a while before I can do anything. I'm gonna let you, if you're lurking, know our schedule. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this game, Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit, and Metaphor Refantasio, a delightful JRPG from the makers of Persona. I want to also thank again Most Hated Ghost for the follow. Thank you for all of our raids. Now, Tuesday would normally be Metaphor Refantasio, but it's not going to be. There's going to be something very special going on Tuesday, assuming I can get everything finished for it. I've been scrambling to try and get it done. So be sure to check it on Discord tomorrow when I post the schedule for a little update on that. So guys, just 2 more days. 2 days is all. And once again, I cannot see anything in chat. So I'm just gonna narrate what I am doing here. Right now, in my left hand, I have the little container that holds my earbuds, my Bluetooth earbuds that I use when I go to the gym and listen to things. I'm just fiddling with it because sometimes when a man's hand is not doing a video game thing, you gotta have something to fiddle with. Pitty says, I'm wondering if your monitor or computer is the problem. It's definitely not the monitor. It is the computer. My monitor is doing its job top notch. I just cannot click anything. all of my programs are currently not responding, which is not what they should be doing. They should be responding. Let me try doing something here. Let me try this. If I try this and this, and no, that's not doing. And so yeah, OBS is not responding. I can't click exit. I cannot click in the chat window to initiate a raid. I cannot click OBS to click exit or stop stream. I can't do anything. I half wonder if I force close it with Task Manager, which I tried about 3 minutes ago to launch and isn't launching, that it probably won't officially end it, because that sometimes has happened. Oh, I'm back! I'm back! We're back! Hey! Hey! Okay, let me see if I can see chat. Oh, there's chat! We're back. Okay, so I'm gonna read some chat then, and maybe we actually can do a raid, assuming anyone is still here. Is anyone? A show of hands if you're still here. Like that. Okay, everything's back, but everything was frozen, so let's just cross our fingers. Opinion says face. Yeah, there's my face, everybody. Yeah. Oh, crap. Okay, you know what? It just died. It just died. And we can't do anything. We can't do a raid, so I'm just gonna, we can't do a raid. We're just gonna end for the night. I'm so sorry. Thank you, everybody. I'm so sorry that I can't see read the end of chat. I apologize, but I love and appreciate you all. You all are amazing. We're gonna switch over to the just ending stream page because I can't do a raid. I am so sorry we can't do a raid. I love and appreciate you all. We'll see you Tuesday for our special stream. Keep an eye on Discord for the update on what that's gonna be. And we'll pick up on Thursday where we're leaving off here. I'm so sorry that everything's so frozen and messed up and that I couldn't read the last like 10 or 15 minutes of chat. But have a great night, everybody. I love and appreciate you all. You all are amazing. An amazing community, far better than I deserve. Have a wonderful night. Oh crap, OBS isn't letting me click stop streaming. OBS isn't responding again and now I'm on the ending screen. No! This is the worst. This is the worst thing ever. I can't do anything. I should have ended instead of saying goodbye. I know I should be like angry at this, but I can't stop laughing. This is so stupid. Okay, well, I'll eventually close it. Once it lets me. I guess in the meantime, I'll let you know about what's going on with my day job at work. So tomorrow I'm gonna be going in for a shift at my regular work, and they are bringing back a new Taylor Swift laser light show that I have to run. I work at a planetarium. I do astronomy presentations, and they did a Taylor Swift show, and it was so successful that they made another one. And now I'm gonna learn more Taylor Swift songs, and I gotta fire off lasers while it's going on. So that's gonna be my day tomorrow. It's my first time running it, so hope I don't mess it up for any of the Swifties out there. And also, what else can I talk about? Oh, here's a fun thing. I was talking about this to Vero, with Vero, over on the Transformers channel over on Discord. That Target made some Transformers action figures with the characters that are dying and are dead. They're just dead. They're the robots, but they're the dead versions of them. And one of them is a character that both Vero and I hate. And it went on sale for clearance. I'm like, Vero, should I buy? Oh, it's a TTS!
I wonder if TTS works on his information. Logan's fave Transformers show is Transformers Prime.
No, it's not. Oh, but that means if TTS working, that means, oh, I can click buttons. I think I can click buttons. I'm gonna try it. No, it's not responding again. I tried to click stop streaming. Crystal over on YouTube is saying amazing. Laughing. Can you even see anything on YouTube? Everything is all lagged out on my end. So yeah, I was trying to get Vero's You know what we should do? Okay, real talk, everybody. I have been so delighted that Vero has become a fan of Transformers. And as you guys know, Vero is an amazing mod. I think we can all agree, right? Vero is a phenomenal mod. And Vero is now into Transformers, my main hobby. And I think we should have we should have 2 fundraisers this year. One, I need to get a new CPU for my computer in order to still use it after October because my computer is not capable of running Windows 11 and it'll be susceptible to all sorts of bad attacks otherwise. So we should have a fundraiser for that, but also we should have a fundraiser to send Vero from halfway across the globe a Transformers care package of some sort. It probably costs hundreds of dollars in shipping. Also, even the animation of my ending screen has stopped. Why? Why? So I think we should all save up money and send Vero a package of just Transformers in the mail. It'd probably cost, based on the fact that Prince Paul sent a package to Vero, and I believe the shipping was like, it was hundreds of dollars. I can't remember if it was 300 or 600, something like, oh, okay. Oh, the sound alerts. Oh, what's happening? Task Manager just appeared.
No, we don't.
Oh, yes, we do. Thank you for the 10 bits, Vero. I'm sorry, but I gotta end the stream before the time runs out. Good night, everybody. I love you. You're all amazing. Thank you for sticking with this. Good night, Pyro.